ensure that no fraud was committed as part of the scandal which involved a fuel importer and top officials at the oil company. He said, however, persons who have had inappropriate contact with the importer will be removed. Akani Blair, an official of Anok Party, as well as a staff, Sean Persad, are the two officials identified for sacking. 2 weeks ago, when the scandal came to light, Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh said he had called on the Auditor General, Deodat Sharma, to investigate the allegations involving Aaron Realty Inc., abbreviated ARI, and Guy Oil. In a statement, Guy Oil's board chairman, Paul Chiang, had dispelled allegations that the oil company contracted Aaron Realty Inc. to supply the state-owned fuel company with fuel. Open quote, "There is absolutely no truth to this allegation," end quote, Chiang said. However, he admitted that Aaron Realty Inc. was among companies which were shortlisted. Guy Oil wishes to categorically state that whilst ARI was one of a number of companies which Guy Oil had discussions with on the possible supply of fuel, Guy Oil has not at any time entered into a contract with ARI, the chairman of the state-owned fuel company clarified. In the interest of public transparency and disclosure, Guy Oil disclosed the prerequisite procedures to place for the procurement of fuel from any entity. These procedures include competitive procurement, due diligence of the supply company, and a purchase order, among others. The allegation comes even as Guy Oil's general manager, Jack Mohan Basu, tendered his resignation. President offers no indication when demands of Linden nurses would be met. Amid complaints of lack of protective gear and other issues, President Irfan Ali on Wednesday said the conditions at the Linden Hospital complex have improved over the last 9 months. This is despite testimonies of nurses who have been on protest for well over 50 days for the removal of the Chief Executive Officer or CEO, Rudolph Small. In response to a series of questions posed by Village Voice News during a press conference at State House on Wednesday, President Ali said working conditions at the Linden Hospital complex have improved since the People's Progressive Party Civic, abbreviated PPPC, took office last August. Open quote, "Nothing has changed 9 months ago to now in terms of the work condition. For a matter of fact, it got better, because they have access to protective gear and everything now. The only change that took place is a change for the better," end quote, the head of state said. But when Village Voice News visited Linden just last week, nurses complained bitterly about the lack of medical supplies. Registered nurse RN Olivia Trotman said nurses at the Linden Hospital complex are made to work with little or nothing as the health facility lacks basic supplies. There is many patients in the community that can testify about the amount of drugs they have to buy when they come to the hospital, Nurse Trotman said, while noting that despite the shortages, nurses would often put forward their best and stretch the little that there is. Since the beginning of March, approximately 100 nurses at the Linden Hospital complex have been protesting for the removal of the hospital's CEO over disparaging remarks he made in February to suggest that they often abandon their duties at nights to engage in extramarital affairs. But that aside, the nurses have said that since taking up office in late 2020, Small has shown scant regard for the workers of the Linden Hospital complex, and under no circumstance are they prepared to work with them. In response to the ongoing protest, President Ali said that the Ministries of Health and Labour are actively engaged on this matter. But representative of the Guyana Public Service Union, abbreviated GPSU, Maurice Butters, when contacted on Wednesday, said that the Ministry of Labour, after meeting with representatives of the Health Ministry and the Union in March, referred the matter back to the Health Ministry. According to the GPSU representative, the union immediately dispatched a letter to the Health Ministry, but a response has not been forthcoming. Since then, the Health Ministry has taken a decision to cut salaries of the nurses on protest. Common sense has not prevailed, President Ali says, as he promises enhanced COVID enforcement. President Irfan Ali said that it is a struggle for his government to slap penalties on persons breaching the national COVID-19 guidelines when putting them in jail could further influence the spread of COVID-19. As a means to navigate the challenges, he has called on Prime Minister Mark Phillips to discuss with the National COVID-19 Task Force, shifting the focus from individual breaches to businesses and business owners. He said that his government had hoped that common sense would have prevailed in following the established guidelines and, unfortunately, it has not. As such, he said enforcement of the guidelines will be further strengthened and enhanced. 2 years on, no increases for public servants. The Guyana Public Service Union, abbreviated GPSU, said despite the steep increase in cost of living linked to the economic fallout amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the salaries of public servants have remained stagnant for more than 2 years. Employees of the public service have not enjoyed any increases in pay or earnings since January of 2019. This situation is compounded in many respects because of COVID-19 and the necessary precautions workers are required to consider in their own health and safety, which results in significant increase in expenditure, coupled with a rise in cost of living, the union said on Tuesday. It said on the campaign trail ahead of the 2020 general and regional elections, People's Progressive Party Civic had vowed to increase the salaries of public servants by 50%, but close to a year after taking office, it has not made good on his commitment, though a proposal was put forward by the union. It said the government has facilitated with the payment of a risk allowance to critical frontline workers of the public service, even though agreed to in principle previously by both sides. The union said the failure to respond to its concerns seems to convey the impression that they are inviting a confrontation. It is therefore calling on the government to change its unconscionable, uncaring, and insensitive approach in addressing the welfare of public servants, the premier workforce, and frontline workers. And now for news in the region. UWI researcher finds that shift workers are more likely to be hospitalized for COVID. People who work shifts appear to be significantly more likely to end up in hospital with COVID-19 than people who have regular work patterns, according to a Trinidad and Tobago Guardian report. That is the finding of a new research published in the online British medical journal Thorax, co-authored by Professor Simon Anderson, director of the George Allain Chronic Disease Research Centre at the University of the West Indies, abbreviated UWI. Professor Simon is a joint first author of the journal paper titled Shift Work is Associated with Positive COVID-19 Status in Hospitalized Patients. His contribution was revealed via a release issued today by the UWI regional headquarters in Jamaica. According to the study, globally, shift work is becoming increasingly common, with 10% to 40% of workers in most countries doing so. A press statement issued by Thorax states that shift work is associated with lung disease and infections, so the study investigated the impact of shift work on significant COVID-19 illness. The research was conducted using the UK Biobank resource funded by the NIHR Manchester Biomedical Research Centre. It details that data on more than 280,000 participants ages 40 to 69 years was used in the UK Biobank study, together with data from other resources such as the hospital episode statistics and GP records. And internationally, India's coronavirus death toll tops 200,000 as infections surge and anger grows. India on Wednesday reported another record number of coronavirus cases and deaths, nudging its official COVID-19 death toll past 200,000 as the virus coursed through urban centers and out into rural areas, leaving broken families and communities in its wake, the Washington Post reported. In a new global record, India authorities logged 360,960 infections in a 24-hour period, bringing the total number of cases to more than 17.9 million. India has reported 3,293 deaths, even as experts warned that many virus fatalities were ongoing, uncounted. India is driving a worldwide surge in cases, accounting for 38% of infections recorded in the 7-day period ending April 25, the World Health Organization reported. The global impact of the crisis has spurred some nations to step in to offer support, including President Joe Biden, who earlier this week pledged vaccine materials, therapeutics, and oxygen-related supplies. Canada said on Tuesday that it was sending some $10 million to India's Red Cross to fund ambulance services and personal protective equipment. And Singapore on Wednesday was transporting hundreds of oxygen cylinders to India on a 2C-130 aircraft. India's hospitals have faced severe oxygen supply shortages as the devastating wave of cases overwhelms the country's healthcare infrastructure. Many Indians have taken to social media to crowdsource oxygen cylinders and life-saving drugs, or even pleaded for information on open hospital beds. Apollo 11 astronaut Michael Collins dies at 90. Michael Collins, one of the 3 crew members of the first manned mission in the moon, Apollo 11, in 1969, has died aged 90, his family says. BBC, in a report, said that the astronaut on Wednesday, a valiant battle with cancer he lost. He spent his final days peacefully with his family by his side, they are quoted as saying. Collins had stayed in lunar orbit as his colleagues Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. Aldrin, 91, is the now only surviving member of that mission. And in sport, Australian cricketer says coronavirus situation in India is harrowing. Indian Premier League cricketer Andrew Tye says the coronavirus situation in India is harrowing and he is relieved to have been flown home. The 34-year-old left early on Sunday to return to Australia as India struggles with a surge in cases. Tye said he felt well looked after inside the IPL's biosecure bubble. The IPL, the world's richest 2020 league, has faced calls for a suspension over the COVID-19 crisis. There have been more than 300,000 cases and 2,000 deaths in India in the past 24 hours alone. Crematoriums in the capital, Delhi, have been forced to build makeshift funeral pyres as the city runs out of space to cremate its dead. Since Tye, plus compatriots Amzad Zampa and Zane Richardson, flew home, the Australian government has suspended flights from India. Australians Pat Cummins, Steve Smith, David Warner, Chris Lynn and Ricky Ponting remain in the country, where more than 1 million COVID-19 cases have been recorded in just a few days. Tye, whose IPL franchise, the Rajasthan Royals, helped him into a flight home, and he will now have to be in quarantine in Perth. And this has brought us to the end of the Village Voice Evening News for today, Wednesday, April 28, 2021. For these stories and more, visit our website at www.villagevoicenews.com. Follow us on Facebook at Village Voice News and Instagram and Twitter at Village Voice GY. Join us again tomorrow at 7 hours for a rebroadcast of this evening's news. To advertise with Village Voice News, contact 600-3117. Tune in to 97.5 FM at 7, 12, and 19 hours every weekday for Village Voice News.
I'm getting hot all the way in Jamaica. Can you feel the heat over there in Guyana? Yes, you can. It's Lady on Fire with Anne Marie every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on Med 97.5 FM, Guyana's best.
Hey, Barbies! Are you tired of bad internet connections and dealing with companies that just don't keep their promises? Want to watch Netflix uninterrupted? Then come on over to BRNet, the best internet service provider in Guyana. At BRNet, we provide the fastest and most stable internet connection. With us, you can stop worrying about studying or working at home, missing out on all your favorite shows, and catching the latest news, or even being entertained by YouTube. With packages starting from as little as $5,000 for 5Gs to our unlimited $12,000 package, we have something to suit everyone's needs. So call us on 649-8218 or check out our website at brnet.gy if you want to get connected. Call quick because for a limited period, we're offering free installation. We're currently installing in the west and east coast of Berbice areas, so don't worry, we'll be in your area soon. BRNet, bringing you closer.
So, are you a budding artist or written countless songs? Not sure where to get your songs recorded? Well, head on over to Brutal Tracks Recording Studio at 166 Waterloo Street, North Cummingsburg. Sit with our talented staff as they help you with the entire production process, from songwriting to mastering. Using only the best equipment, we are able to mold your dreams into reality. Brutal Tracks Recording Studio. Live the music.
Hey Guyana, this is your girl Big Red, and you logged into 97.5 Maad FM is weird.
In Guyana and right across the Eastern Caribbean, the time is now 7 hours 19. Thank you for tuning into 97.5 FM. You are now locked into the morning showcase on this, the 29th day of April. Kind of dark, cloudy, and very still and quiet. It's kind of a hushed Thursday morning here in the capital city. We're coming to you live from Georgetown, Guyana. You were just listening to a rebroadcast of yesterday's news, compliments of Village Voice Guyana. And of course, right now we have your weather report lined up, so you can go ahead and plan those essential outdoor Thursday activities for today. Whatever it is that you have to get done today, I hope that you're going to do it to the best of your ability. If you have to attend to members of the public, you're going to do so promptly and courteously. All right, so your weather report is, as usual, provided by the National Weather Watch Center. Today's forecaster is Mr. Aaron McPherson, and the weather report commenced at 7 a.m. and is valid for a period of 12 hours. So 20 minutes into your forecast period, and you can expect continued cloudy to overcast skies throughout Guyana. Frequent, moderate to at times heavy showers and intermittent rain can be expected across northern Guyana. Thunder showers can be expected in coastal areas during the mid-morning into early afternoon. Southern Guyana will see scattered to occasional light to moderate showers during the morning. Rainfall is expected to be between 30 and 60 millimeters over northern Guyana and between 10 and 25 millimeters elsewhere. Winds are expected to be mostly light, becoming breezy before and during showers. We have temperature along the coast as 26 to 28 degrees Celsius and within the hinterland communities 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. Low tide will be at 11:46 at a height of 0.18 meters, and we have high tide at 18:01 at a height of 2.98 meters, which is above normal. Therefore, citizens are advised that the above normal high tide and its advisory is in effect and will continue until Saturday, May 1, 2021. Therefore, residents of low-lying, riverine, and flood-prone areas are advised to take necessary precautions against possible flooding, as overtopping of riverine sea defense is likely. We have moderate seas with northeasterly to easterly waves reaching heights of 2 to 2.5 meters in open waters. And these waves are likely to have periods of between 7 and 9 seconds. Winds are expected to be northeasterly between 6 and 9 miles per second. The sun is expected to set in Georgetown at 17:59 today. That's at 5:59 today. And in regards to some special advisory and severe weather warning, they are as follows. Across Guyana, we'll continue to see wet conditions until Friday, as increased rainfall is expected between today and tomorrow. In view of the forecast conditions, continued rainfall will likely lead to flooding in low-lying and flood-prone areas and the possibility of landslides over hilly areas. So residents are asked to take the necessary precautions to safeguard against possible flooding, heavy winds, lightning, and mudslides. And there you go. The kind of weather you can expect for today, and I do hope that you're gonna stay dry on the outside. Yeah, I don't know if you gotta bring along your raincoat just to stay safe, your umbrellas. Still put on your sunscreen because it's a part of your skincare and daily routine, and it should not depend on just the weather. Okay. Also, stay hydrated on the outside. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get to some musical selections. Sending good morning greetings to all of our friends joining us on Facebook, and of course to the folks tuned in to us via YouTube. Selector Marlo gave me the shock of my life this morning because you know what? I came and he was here before me. How'd that happen? Magic. How did you make it before me this morning, Selector Marlo?
I started running early.
You started to run early. Beautiful. You hear? That's how come he got here early, because he started running earlier this morning as opposed to yesterday when you started run late. There's the all right, good. He's still running. All right, so enough chatting for now. Let's get to some musical selections. Turn your radios up and enjoy the Thursday tunes with Selector Marlo on today's edition of the Morning Showcase.
For them and think if they can make it a better place.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place is much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong and only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. There are dreams we stop existing and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing.
Nothing seems complete. I stand up and I'm searching for the better part of me. I hang my head from sorrow so much. State of humanity. What's up? Wearing on my shoulders, gotta find strength in me. Why's that? 'Cause I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Still when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yes, I'm a superwoman. That's right. This is for all the mothers fighting
is brilliant. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful.
This is a selection you don't hear very often. It's a nice Thursday morning, isn't it? We've got the voice of James Blunt in the background. We're going to pull this particular selection up from the top because we don't hear it very often. So enjoy.
My life is brilliant. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. Yes, she caught my eye as we walked on by. She could see from my face that I was flying high, and I don't think that I'll see her again, but we shared a moment that will last till the end. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
This one's for you. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything, other whole thing never on it. I want this forever, I swear I could spend whatever on it. 'Cause she hold me down every time I hit her up. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She made me beg for it till she give it up, and I say the same thing every single time. I say you the best, you the
It's not very often you hear James Blunt mixed with some Drake, right? This is the height of Drake. I honestly believe this was literally the height of Drake when he had these songs, and he had one. Yeah, he did some such good tunes with such good beats and vibes. Like, you could just vibe a whole day listening to Drake back in early 2000s. I know you could still do that. The thing is, this is really this is the kind of tunes that Drake dropped that really got me interested in Drake. He did another song. One that I really liked, that was the theme song of my life back in like 2015. I'm going to let you know the name just now. I think something, I can't remember. I'm going to tell you just now. Anyway, let's send out good morning greetings to some of our friends joining us on Facebook. Hello to Sachin Sitaran and Tessa Teresa Wilson. Good morning to you, Brian Smith. How are you doing today, my dear? Thanks so much for tuning in. Hilton Sue, good morning. Devon Walcott, hi. Good morning to Uncle Alan. Well, good afternoon to you, because, you know, he's joining us from London. Sending good morning greetings to Bibi Fazia Karan, and good morning to Twain Edwards. Twain is sending good morning. Oh, Twain is having pepper pot and cassava bread. What is it, Christmas, Twain? What's going on? But he's having pepper pot and cassava bread and coffee and enjoying the vibes. Good morning to our friend Roxanne Kendall Cameron. How are you doing today? Trust that you're going to have a fantastic day. Laluni Lucinda Fredericks, good morning to you, my dear. Thank you so much for always joining us here on the program. Anita Bramel, good morning to you. And good morning to my mother. How you doing today, girl? It's the for Selector Malo. Sending good morning greetings to TTG Yasvani. Good morning to you, my dear. I trust you're going to have a fantastic day. All right. Mr. Hanif, good morning to you as well. Okay, so turn your radios up now and enjoy this particular selection. One of my favorite Drakes. I'm going to tell you all the name of the other one in just a minute.
You know, a lot of girls be thinking my songs are about them, but this is not to get confused. This one's for you. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything, other whole thing never own it. I want this forever, I swear I could spend whatever on it. Cause she hold me down every time I hit her. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the best, you the best, you the best, you the best, you the best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had. I say you the you. Know you got a roommate, call me when there's no one there. Put the key under the mat and you know I'll be over there. I be over there, shout it, I be over there. I be hitting all the spots that you ain't even know was there. And you don't even have to ask twice. You could have my heart or we could share it like the last slice. Always felt like you were so accustomed to the fast life. Having thinking that he met you in a past life. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. You don't even trip when friends say you ain't bringing Drake along. You know that I'm working, I'll be there soon as I make it home. And she a patient in my waiting room. Never pay attention to the rumors and what they assume. And until them girls prove it, I'm the one that never get confused with. Cause baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything, other whole thing never own it. I want this forever, I swear I could spend whatever on it. Cause she hold me down every time I hit her. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the best, you the best, you the best, you the best, you the best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had.
Raw love, we so raw love. While the sun's up, we raw, we raw, undressed in on prices, much easier to digest. Our diet's been on fleek, then we rinse and repeat. Throw the salad in and get the tossing. No cheat days, but we got it.
7 hours 35 on the clock, and we're going to be taking a look right now at your bridge schedules for today. Yeah, printed on the front page of today's Starbrook newspaper. It appears that the Demerara Harbour Bridge and the Berbice River Bridge have already been closed and reopened to vehicular traffic. So for the rest of the day, you should be free to cross. Tomorrow, however, the Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic at 4:30 in the morning for a period of 1 to 1.5 hours, and the Berbice River Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic tomorrow, Friday, at 6:25. Yeah, that's 6 hours 25 in the morning for a period of 1.5 hours. So there you go. Plan your tomorrow traveling activities accordingly. You are encouraged to drop us a text on 622-3975. Happy Thursday to Mr. Chris Wordsworth. I trust that you're going to have a fantastic day. And good morning to you, Jackie. How are you doing today, my dear? Thank you for tuning into the program. Jackie is sending good morning greetings to Gibraltar. I'm not sure if Gibraltar the person or Gibraltar the village, but good morning to Gibraltar.
Vibe with me, vibe with me, vibe with me. Raw love, we so raw love. While the sun's up, we raw, we raw, undressed in on prices, much easier to digest. Our diet's been on fleek, then we rinse and repeat. Throw the salad in and get the tossing. No cheat days, but we got it. Baby, we ain't never gotta cook it. It's gon' still pop like we shook it. Yeah, yeah. Raw love, we so raw love. While the sun's up, we raw, we raw, yeah. Hey, raw love, we so raw love. While the sun's up, we raw, so raw, we raw.
I hear a lot about sinners. Don't think that I'll be a saint, but I might go down to the river Cause the way that the sky opens up when we touch it, it's making me say that the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy. I don't do well with the drama, and no, I can't stand it being fake. No, 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 no. I don't believe in Nirvana, but the way that we love in the night gave me life, baby. I can't explain it. The way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy.
Just something about the way she moves. I can't figure it out. It's something about her. Say, ooh, it's something about kind of woman that wants you but don't need you. Hey, I can't figure it out. It's something about her. She walk like a boss, talk like a boss, make good nails just like the pedicure off. She's fly effortlessly. She move like a boss, do what a boss do. She got me thinking about getting involved. That's the kind of girl I need. She got her own thing. That's why I love her. Miss Independent, won't you come and spend a little time? She got her own thing. That's why I love her. Miss Independent, ooh, the way we shine.
Me kill that longer than me night. Tell me where you like. You want me try or you want me ride like a bike?
Well, you have to hard, no for life. Damage it for spite, not the cop tight.
So come put it on the left, can you take it on the right?
Men, them are ripes, them and the pot in a try.
What appetite? Every get a bite.
My man a figure seat me and him a figure fight. Call me a fi wine pan it like this. Cartel spin me like a satellite dish.
Y'all know none of us had any business singing this song in high school, right? Oh my goodness. The kind of music that they play in minibuses when I was in high school, it literally should be illegal. Y'all know this song had no business being played in a bus transporting children to school. I just listening to the song, I feel like I gotta go to church and pray. Because I know the Malo, who ain't know the raw lyrics to this song? You don't know it. All right, you tell yourself that lie. Sending good morning greetings to Melissa Thompson and to Les Ross Jackman. Good morning to you, my dear. I hope you're enjoying the morning so far.
Every man grab a girl,
and every girl grab a man.
Man to man, girl to girl, that's wrong.
Tandem.
All when a night, you feel like sun hot when you're coming on the ramping shot.
Make sure you know, and I not chat, ya chat.
Hey, me kill that longer than me night. Tell me where you like. You want me try or you want me ride like a bike?
Well, you have to hard, no for life. Damage it for spite, not the cop tight.
So come put it on the left, can you take it on the right?
Men, them are ripes, them and the pot in a try.
What appetite? Every get a bite.
My man a figure seat me and him a figure fight. Call me a fi wine pan it like this. Cartel spin me like a satellite dish.
Deal with your like me crushing iris. Spice, I never love up like this.
You are my mister.
You are my miss.
Kill me with it.
Kill me with the darkness. And when you walk, whisper something like this.
I can't stop hearing of you.
Hey, punish not play. Me we broke your back. When you're coming on the ramping shot.
Me we queen 2 time. I'm pop you.
Youthful vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, it's dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes.
You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, it ain't perfect, but we them close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. No angel, but you got a halo. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there. It was nights like this, feeling right like this. I never really spent no time like this, Your second time at the crib, knowing I might not hit. You said what I look like my chick, yeah. Looking in your eyes, this dangerous. You got that wet color angel dust. I done put so many diamond chains on you, they get tangled up. I never felt like this is strangers, Got your ex hit a calling, but he can't do much. Cause you with the kid now, LMA booed up. And all you gotta do is call and watch that Ray pull up. Under the stars since they throwing all the shade on us. Fact.
Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night and I noticed my girl wasn't on my side. Could've sworn I was dreaming, for her I was fiending, so I had to take a little ride. Backtracking on these few years, trying to figure out what I do to make it go bad. Cause ever since my girl left me, my whole life came crashing and I'm so lonely, Mr. Lonely. I have nobody to call my own girl. So lonely, Mr. Lonely. I have nobody to call my own girl. Can't believe I had a girl like you and I just let you walk right out of my life. After all I put you through, you still stuck around and stayed by my side. What really hurt me is I broke your heart, baby, you a good girl and I had no right. I really wanna make things right, cause without you in my life, girl, I'm tryna put you in the worst mood, P1 cleaner than your church shoes, really point to just to hurt you, all red lamb just to tease you, none of these toys on lease to, made your whole year in a week too, main out of your league too, side out of your league too, house so empty, need a centerpiece, 20 racks a table come from ebony, cut that ivory into skinny pieces, then she clean up with her face, but I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid, you talking about me, I don't see a shade, switch on my side, like to get it laid, switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a star boy. Look what you done.
I might just hit it raw, hold on, that's on my element. I like dark skins, love a melanin, crushing Louis Vuitton when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of Zoom till I'm sentiment. I had the Lambo, switch to the Rari. I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Pop up, go retarded. I'm a Brooklyn, I'm cold-hearted. That's hard, that's hard.
I see the boy ain't learned his lesson. Ain't no location, but I'm gonna dress it. Cause how I feel, it's time to go to step. Like go to state before that whole step.
Lead up, got me thinking, babe. Tell me if you with it, cause I'm with it, babe. I haven't heard from you and I'm in it, babe. Just tell me what to do and I get it, babe. Gucci and Prada. Trip crib in the middle of the night. I know that you miss me cause I put it down right down, babe. I can put you on a flight. You know that it's good and me can change your life, oh, baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shy, but I know you a freak, little baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shy, but I know you a freak, little baby. I've been overseas going crazy. I could tell you love it when we made up. Black and gray diamonds like a radar. Orange peel, your love is real. Love and skills, I need some love and skills. Love my dad draws and you love me still. Eyes come lazy, but she is real. Dressed to kill. Biggie bomb till you're tired. I can put a stone by your eye. I can't say you never switch your sides. You never tell me lies. Not rushing ties, yeah. Trip crib in the middle of the night. I know that you miss me cause I put it down right there, babe. you on a flight. You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shy, but I know you a freak, little baby. Yo, give me lit. Was on my phone when they find out that I'm rich, then they switch. When they say I'm choosing on my top down, gotta doing donuts on the yeah. Pause for the flick. Damn it, bust it, baby, watch her do it on the split. She don't need no hands or no pain, do your dance. Poppin' rubber bands, did the dance, make it.
Hear me now. You say you don't know the meaning of love anymore. It's because you never loved someone like me before. You don't have to worry, girl, when I'm on tour. Cause no other girl can take away what's rightfully yours. No. If I get you, girl, it's forever. Me not diss you, girl. No, no, never. If I get you, girl, it's forever. Picture me and you together. Can you identify my love? Oh, 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 oh. Can you identify my love, girl? I give you all that I am.
We got the voice of Mr. Vegas in the background. You know, I'm going to have to pull this particular selection up from the top. It's one that you don't hear too often. Once again, I've only ever heard Selector Marlo play the song. Granted, I don't listen to anybody else, but, you know, maybe it's my own fault I don't hear this song enough. Here is Identify by Mr. Vegas. Enjoy.
Na, 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 eh. Oh, na, 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 girl. Hear me now. You say you don't know the meaning of love anymore. It's because you never loved someone like me before. You don't have to worry, girl, when I'm on tour. Cause no other girl can take away what's rightfully yours. No. If I get you, girl, it's forever. Me not diss you, girl. No, no, never. If I get you, girl, it's forever. Picture me and you together. Can you identify my love? Oh, 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 oh. Can you identify my love, girl? I give you. If I got locked away and we lost it all today, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? If I showed you my flaws, if I couldn't be strong, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same?
Right about now. If I judge for life, man, would you stay by my side? Or is you gonna say goodbye? Can you tell me right now? If I couldn't buy you the fancy things in life, shawty, would it be alright? Come and show me that you do. Now tell me, would you really ride for me? Baby, tell me, would you die for me? Would you spend your whole life with me? Would you be there to always hold me down? Tell me, would you really cry for me? Baby, don't lie to me. If I didn't have anything, I wanna know, would you stick around?
If I got locked away and we lost it all today, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? If I showed you my flaws, if I couldn't be strong, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same?
Skiddly down, 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 down. All I want is somebody real who don't need much. A gal I know that I can trust. To be here when money low.
Maad 97.5 a place when we are so clear with a sweet sound of melody the crowd want to hear. Never heard a sound place when we are so clear. Maad 97.5 FM.
When you're speaking about class, when you're speaking about clarity, when you're speaking about quality, you're speaking about Maad 97.5 FM. It's we on Major Joby indoors.
You see, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday night from 9 to 10 p.m. and Saturday afternoons from midday right to 3 p.m. It's the Rough Cut
Prime like after most.
Buckle after buckle, bucket after bucket. Tell me now, this is Vibe Driving, Cody Rough Cut at 97.5 Maad FM.
contemporary music, interviews with entertainment personalities, and much more. 97.5 Maad FM, Hype Ride with Cody Rough Cut.
Boy, you're my wine and
97.5 Mad FM. You're here.
For over 64 years, Gaffurs has been your #1 hardware supplier. And today we're the largest manufacturer of PVC and plastic products in Guyana. We produce pipes Schedule 40, DWV, SDR21 and SDR26 in sizes 1/2 inch to 12 inches. Electrical conduits, PVC gutters in 9 foot 6 inches and 16 foot lengths. Water tanks, sizes from 200 gallons to 1600 gallons. Stackable water tanks for easy transportation, size 450 gallons. Pipes and gutter fittings, which include elbows, adapters, tees, straps and brackets, and buckets, bottles and containers with covers in various sizes. Our PVC and plastic products are available at any of our several locations and at many hardware stores countrywide. Gaffurs, the name you can trust.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Yo! Well, if you never listen, Mad 97 last year, this year when we turn on, keep the same energy. And if you never support with station, don't clap when we win that. Keep the same energy. Now what do you to the poor represent for Mad 97.5 FM. Keep the same energy.
Mad 97.5 FM time, 7 hours 55. How's it going for you guys on the outside? Good? I hope so. Remember, the weather forecast indicates that today might be kind of a wet and rainy day, so you don't want to leave those umbrellas at home. And if you have to walk with clothing to keep you warm or whatever it is, just ensure that you stay warm on the outside and dry. We're sending good morning greetings to Wynette, who is joining us in Bartica, and apparently she's busy in the kitchen. Greetings are coming from her loving husband, Terrence. Good morning to you, Terrence, and a special good morning to you, Wynette. What's on the menu for today? What are you cooking today? What's going on? Let's see, what am I in the mood to eat? Oh, I don't know. I can't decide. I guess it's too early to tell. But what's on the menu for you guys today? What's going on for breakfast? What's cooking and who's cooking what? You feel free to send us a text message or a WhatsApp message on 622-3975. That is 622-3975. Sending good morning greetings to Bobby Brown and to Mr. Jarek and, of course, Anita DeSantos. And good morning to Horace Sarkar and all of our friends joining us over there on Facebook. All right, so a couple days ago, we started learning about this phenomenon called hurry sickness. Not a diagnosable thing, and it's something that you can address with yourself, check in with yourself, and treat all on your own. Yeah? So we learned yesterday about some of the signs to look out for to find out or to assess whether or not you are dealing with, open quote, hurry sickness, end quote. So you treat everything like it's a race. You also find it impossible to do just one task and forsake all else. And today we're going to be talking about this particular symptom. You may get highly irritable when you encounter a delay. So consider this, and if you notice that you identify with the next couple sentences I'm about to read for you, then you're gonna have to check in with yourself. Okay? Standing in line at the bank or sitting in a waiting room for a doctor's appointment or even getting stuck in traffic really gets your blood boiling. Like, oh my God, I have things to do, places to go, and people to meet. Why y'all got me waiting here? You get anxious and frustrated in traffic, even if you do not need to arrive at your destination at a particular time. If you are running late and people are delaying you, then it's okay, right? Yeah, it's only natural that you feel frustrated with whatever is wasting your time. But if you have no other engagements other than, the fact that you just can't be here because you should be doing something other than waiting, then you might need to, check in with yourself right there. Another sign, you are the kind of person who presses the close door button on the elevator repeatedly, and you'll do anything to avoid wasting time, even if it makes you look kind of ridiculous, which is not the point. Half the time, pressing the button isn't even connected to anything but a light bulb, and they're what you called mechanical placebos. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what they're called. Basically, mechanical placebo. Just you press it. You see, the only thing that changes is the color of the light, nothing else. Pressing the button 51 times won't make the elevator go any faster. That's it. It's at a fixed speed, sir. So calm down. They're called mechanical placebos. And even if they worked, how much time would you save? Simply 5 seconds or what? This is why I just, sometimes when people start blowing in a line in traffic, literally the light just turned green. Literally just turned green. It just gave you the permission to go. I'm not talking about the people who, are probably not paying attention to the traffic light, but in some instances the light literally just turned green. You don't even get enough chance to lift your foot off of the brake, and people don't start blowing down. Like, wait, really? Seriously? Honestly? Not even 5 seconds. 1 millisecond is going to change that much of your day? Is it really going to impact that much of your day? Just consider that. Those people that just constantly, as soon as the light turns green, you start honking and blowing off everybody's head in traffic. But good morning to y'all nonetheless. But these are just things to check in with yourself on if you notice that you might be experiencing any of these rush feelings that, if you realize that you can identify with this, can you identify, my love? No. If you notice that you might be identifying with any of these sentences, then you might want to just take a couple deep breaths and try to recollect and try to check in with yourself and find out exactly where am I really trying to go and why am I trying to get there so fast, and is getting there so fast going to really change that much of my day? Okay, so check in with yourself on that part. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the feeling of perpetually being behind schedule. But right now we have to head into the top of the hour mark, and when we come back we'll be taking a look at the news items on the front page of the daily newspapers.
You're listening to the New Generation Radio, Maad 97 FM, broadcasting from Georgetown, Guyana, in the highest quality, providing our listeners with the latest in world and the Caribbean music, local culture, and top personalities. Maad 97 FM is We On.
Maad 97.5 FM time, 8 hours 1. Thanks for staying tuned into the morning showcase. We're going to be taking a look at the news items printed on the front page of the daily newspapers right now to stay abreast and up to date with local and recent events. An event transpired last night that I'm pretty sure most of you know about. Yeah, the fact that Sharon's Mall was completely destroyed by fire. That was just a tragedy to witness. Anyway, we're starting off with the news. I'll tell you the details in just a few minutes, but we're starting off with the news items as printed on the front page of today's Starbuck newspaper. A laborer yesterday dies after a fall from a 6-story Regent Street site. The details of this article can be found on page 15. I've read it. A tragedy occurred yesterday. Just an accident, but a tragedy nonetheless. A tragic accident. There you go. A laborer yesterday died after he fell from a 6-story building, which is under construction on Regent Street in Georgetown. The deceased, Lloyd Feroz, 25 years old, and his life was just snuffed out of him because of an accident. He's also known as Choni of Sisters Village, West Bank, Demerara, fell at about 1:25 p.m. yesterday. The police, in a report, stated that Feroz, at about 1:25 p.m. was mixing cement on the ground floor and upon completion made his way to the 5th floor of the building, which was said to have an open space with a stairway in the center. According to the report, some 2 minutes later, a loud crashing sound was heard, and upon checking, it was observed that Feroz had fallen to the ground, hit his head, and other parts of his body in the process. And he was picked up by the ambulance and rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was examined and pronounced dead on arrival. Just a tragedy. Meanwhile, eyewitnesses who asked not to be named during the interview with Starbuck News stated that she was conducting her business when she heard a loud sound as if someone had fallen. The woman said she immediately left what she was doing and headed to the construction site where she observed Feroz lying on the ground, bleeding profusely. The woman related that she told the other construction workers present at the scene to render assistance to the now deceased or take him to the hospital, but was told that they could not due to fear of being locked up by the police. Well, this is ignorant. All the while, she said their phones were out and video recording. The woman stated that the workers subsequently locked the gate to the construction area and only reopened it when the owner of the building, with Glenn Lal, showed up. Some 5 minutes later, the ambulance arrived, followed by the police. The woman said she kept repeating that the deceased is someone's son and lamented the fact that no assistance was rendered because apparently people were more preoccupied with getting a video of what transpired rather than actually rendering assistance to this man who just lay there bleeding profusely and dying in front of their eyes. Capturing the video was evidently more important. Okay, I understand. She said that Feroz's accident was not the first and not the only. Recently, a vehicle, after delivering cement to the worksite, struck a utility pole, causing it to fall and damage to the property in proximity, including a vendor's stall and an umbrella and a car. Okay. That is this particular news item in its entirety. We're moving on with some more articles printed on the front page of today's Starbuck newspaper. Sharon's Mall destroyed by fire. Smoky blaze erupted into raging flames. You can see the story, and of course you could check out social media if you're interested in seeing all the pictures posted of the burning building, because everybody's trying to get famous for posting a picture of some fatality. Anyway, let me give you the details. I was hoping to find the cause of the fire. Yeah, the reason. Anyway, let's find out. Sharon's Mall, located at 154 King and Charlotte Streets, was last evening destroyed by a fire which started on the third floor of the 4-story building. Losses will run into the tens of millions, and several small businesses would have lost all of their goods. Could you imagine what these people are actually going through right now, to be living through this pandemic where you're barely struggling to make ends meet, and then all of your belongings just completely destroyed by a fire of unknown origin? The fire, based on reports received, started sometime between 4:30 and 5 p.m. with thick smoke emanating from the Charlotte Street entrance until the building burst into raging flames at about 7:18 p.m. Yeah, this is just after I had finished the news. I was driving by, and this was what a scene to witness. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben was present at the scene, and he told reporters that there were reports of smoke earlier yesterday, but no one reacted to it. So is the Guyana the Guyana Fire Service doing? What? What do you mean smoke was emanating yesterday, but no one reacted to it? He informed that it was sometime around 4:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon that the fire broke out. The minister opined that it appeared as though firefighters had the fire under control, but they did not. But given the fact that the building is made of concrete and steel with drop ceilings, it is believed that the fire was slowly moving along the wiring conduits of the building. Ben noted that the fire service needed to become more familiar with the different types of building construction, their challenges, and in getting actively engaged on the scene. So you mean they don't know how to do all of this? So why? He urged that buildings more than 2 stories high should be equipped with fire alarms and sprinkler systems. Meanwhile, scores of persons present at the scene of the fire contended that the firefighters were laid back in their approach. Yeah, there was no urgency in what I saw last night. There was no sense of urgency. It's like, oh, it's burning. There's nothing I can do. Let's just hold this hose right here. It's not going to do much, but, at least I am doing my job. I'm performing my duty. However, lackadaisically. The building security officer who first saw the smoke coming through the vents disclosed that he immediately switched off the breakers and instructed everyone present in the building to leave. Now, attorney Paula Nicholson, who in an invited comment said that she was present in the building with a colleague of hers at about 5:15 p.m. when the security of the building instructed them to evacuate. The woman recounted that when she left the room she was in, she saw smoke, but it was not billowing. So I don't understand. Y'all see smoke. So you see smoke. So you're waiting for see fire before you make a pronouncement, or you call for help, or you seek outside. I don't understand. This whole thing is just very weird to me. Everybody saw smoke since yesterday and nobody did anything. So is it normal to see this building smoking? What are they doing? The lighting, Kyle? What going on? At this point in time, she realized that the elevator could not be used, and so they made their way down using the stairwell. She explained that the fire tenders arrived shortly after persons evacuated the building and observed that the fire tenders thought that it was an electrical fire and therefore were focusing their efforts on managing electricity issues rather than putting out the actual fire with the use of water. This article is just going to annoy me even further. So I guess you guys can find the details for yourselves on the center pages of today's Starbrook newspaper. Because I am at wit's end. I really can't. I really cannot. Absolutely cannot deal with that. Moving on. Blackbush Polder man takes his own life after stabbing woman. This is an alarming news article. This young lady and her children were heading back home in a taxi. Or in a vehicle. I shouldn't say a taxi, in a vehicle. And the road was blocked off by another vehicle. This gentleman, his name is Troy Sandy, exited that vehicle, came out and had a confrontation with his intimate partner. Yeah, they had a whole confrontation, and he chopped the woman to her neck. She was rushed to the hospital and then transferred to the New Amsterdam Hospital, where she was in a critical condition receiving care. But on the other hand, Troy Sandy, the perpetrator, ingested some copious amount of poison, ingested it, and then subsequently died. That's it. That's all. End of this particular love story. Moving on. Plaisance biker dies after hitting pedestrian. What? Lancelot Giddings is printed on the front page here. Plaisance biker dies after hitting pedestrian. So what's up with the pedestrian? The details can be found on page 9 of today's Kaichor newspaper. Let's see what we have here. Plaisance motorcyclist died on Tuesday after he struck a pedestrian on the railway embankment road at Liliendaal. The police yesterday said that Lancelot Giddings was proceeding west along the Liliendaal railway embankment road on his motorcycle, while in the vicinity of Pump Road, the pedestrian Sheldon Booker attempted to cross the road and walked into the path of the motorcycle, which then struck him. As a result of the collision, the 45-year-old pedestrian fell onto the roadway and suffered injuries about his body. Giddings lost control of the motorbike and subsequently crashed into the motorcar PMM 309, which was proceeding in the opposite direction. He then fell on the roadway and suffered injuries that evidently led to his demise. Yeah, do we need to go through the curb drill one more time, or what? What going on? Anyway, that concludes the news items on the front page of today's Starbrook newspaper. Now we take a look at the news items on the front page of today's Kaichor newspaper. In bold capital black letters, massive corruption at Guy Oil. This is not news. We know this. Where is there not massive corruption in any pinpoint to me a faction of the government where that is not riddled with massive corruption? I will just sit here and wait for it. Director of Finance and Control sent home as investigations underway into $300 million army fuel. You can find the details for yourselves on page 2 because, moving on, locals will have government's full support to be competitive in oil sector. This is according to President Ali. I mean, I'm not biting this particular fish. Man kills self after stabbing lover in neck. Details can be found on page 11. Fire destroys Sharon's Mall. Laborer falls to death from Regent Street building. And the icing on top of the cake. Listen to this story. It's not funny because this uncle committed bigamy, but man who married twice to know his fate today. Listen, this is an article that you have to be familiar with. This happened I think I was reading when we used to do Mad News bits. I think I came across this particular news item. Not funny once again. I don't know why I'm smiling, but it's just that the story, because I know he had a wife and children, didn't even bother to dissolve the marriage. His first wife left him because of his infidelity, and he was just like, you know what, that's it, that's all. F this, I am out of here and find another wife. And didn't divorce the first wife. And he was released on $50,000 bail. But he was just like, you know what? This does not serve me anymore. I ain't even got time to divorce you. You just stay there. I'm just going to go find myself a whole new wife because I fed up with you and always telling me that I cheated on you, which he was, though. Let me compose my... Y'all could see the emotional roller coaster that I just be going through when I read the newspaper. Oh my goodness. At first it was just anger and rage, and now it's just like, sir, what are you doing? Not funny. Bigamy is illegal. When you know what bigamy is? You literally have one wife and you go and find another one while still legally being married. Okay? Let me give you the details. A man who decided to marry a second time without dissolving his first marriage will know his fate today when he appears in the Georgetown Magistrates Court for sentencing. The defendant, Michael Taylor, 38 years old, an airport ramp attendant of Lot 1 Soustike, East Bank, Demerara, is being tried in the magistrate by the magistrate Rondell Weaver. Now you got some boys out there who can't even find one wife, and he got two whole wives. Oh my God! Selector Malo feel this one, right? Oh, anyway, he has a job and he good looking. There's two things that I know a lot of people don't even got for them, so I understand why he got two wives. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You got a job and you're stunning, and you still ain't got a wife. You looking for a wife? I'm gonna help you out. Anyway. So Magistrate Weaver had ruled that the prosecution had provided enough evidence to show that Taylor did in fact commit bigamy. Bigamy is the offense of marrying someone while already being married to another. It's just like one wife is not enough. You know what they say? If you like it, you gotta get it twice. If you like it, you get it. Apparently he likes marriage, man. So he just got it twice. The laws and rules of the world, man-made laws, they're just so arbitrary, honestly, because in other places of the world, having two wives, nobody would even bat an eyelash at you. They'd be like, only two wives? Sir, I got 7. I got 9. So the rules and laws of the world, they're so arbitrary. First of all, anyway, let me not get into that one because I feel like I can be ruffling some feathers, but I really think that we need to reassess we laws and we rules, because is bigamy really that? But he ain't kill nobody. The matter was adjourned to today's date for sentencing to be handed down. Taylor was out on $50,000 bail pending the outcome of the trial. However, his bail was revoked after he was found guilty and he was remanded to prison until sentencing. On his first appearance, Taylor had denied the charge, which stated that he got married to another woman while being married to another. Maybe he just didn't know maybe he just didn't know the law. Maybe he didn't know that it was illegal to remarry while you were married to somebody else. According to reports, Taylor and his first wife, with whom he shares 2 children, had gotten married in 2015, and they had reportedly lived together for a whole 5 years before separating because of his infidelity. This man should be evaluated for sex addiction. If you're gonna be going around just being, infidelity on your back, sex addiction, he should be... that's just a suggestion. Somebody should be checking him out, right? Because it's a sickness, it's a disease. Yeah, it's not his fault. The woman had told the publication that she found out about her husband's second marriage from a mutual friend. It's not your husband? I attended his wedding the other day. No, I can't. The person called me and say he there home. You there home and your husband have a big wedding going on. That's it. Somebody called this woman and told her, you there home? Your husband got a big wedding going on. Imagine receiving a phone call like that. What you gonna do? What would you do? The woman had stated that she was shocked, to say the least, and that she went over to find out if there is anything that she could do. And then a lawyer advised me to go to GPO, to the registrar's office, and find out if they were legally married. As instructed, she found out if they were legally married. Lo and behold, she found out that she husband married to a whole other woman while they still married. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Sentencing is to be handed down today. And of course, hopefully tomorrow, I can get you guys an update into this juicy article. Anyway, we're moving on. Agriculture Ministry signs close to $400 million in contracts to enhance performance of agencies. ExxonMobil, exposed by Stabroek Block partner, says gas leak interrupted production. Their Stabroek Block partner is Hess, okay? So you can find the story on page 8 for yourselves if you're interested. And finally, we take a look at the news items on the front page of today's Guyana Chronicle. Blair and Persaud removed from Guyol. And they are, Blair is member of board of directors, Guyol Akani Blair, and the company secretary, his name is Sean Persaud. Apparently they have been removed. System to be tightened against possible acts of fraud, says President Ali. How? I just want to know how. How systems to be tightened to prevent more fraud. Harman Harman is more apparently interested in denigration than dialogue, says President Ali. Considers CJ's ruling in election petition a reflection of Guyana's democracy. Listen to this one now. Vaccination passport may be used in Guyana. That's how I never go in anywhere ever again for the rest of my life. I can just stay here. That's fine. I'm okay with it. I have my opinions and I have my reasons that I don't really feel like sharing. But apparently a vaccination passport may be used in Guyana. Let's find out what this means for the people on the outside who might be interested in this vaccination passport. What is a vaccination passport? A vaccination passport has been touted by many countries as a means of permitting safe international travel once again. And President Irfan Ali highlighted that this may become a tool that Guyana adopts in the future. To get back to normalcy. Y'all still touting this? To get back to normalcy? What? Really? We still with this? We're going to get back to normal? Oh, okay. Nice. Very nice. To get back to normalcy, the introduction of a mass vaccination passport is being contemplated by many countries. In fact, we have already seen countries lower entry requirements for vaccinated persons, the president said on Wednesday during a press conference at the State House. And the president reasoned we here in Guyana will soon have to consider this option. Moments before the president made these remarks, the United Kingdom Guardian reported that international travelers have been asked to verify their COVID-19 vaccination and testing status using a smartphone app. This is thought of as an electronic vaccine passport. As reported in The Guardian, a professor of epidemiology at the University of Oxford, Christopher Dye, told the UK Science and Technology Select Committee on Wednesday morning that certificates or vaccine passports for international travel will likely be in place for the long term. These passports would be a way of verifying that people have been fully vaccinated, that is, received all of their required doses of the COVID-19 vaccines. In Guyana, the Oxford, AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, and Sputnik V vaccines are being used. For people to be fully vaccinated, they are required to take 2 doses of one of these vaccines. While speaking with these vaccine passports, the president also emphasized that the pandemic is far from over and reminded members of the media that science has concluded that vaccination is the exit strategy of the pandemic. My government has launched an exceptionally aggressive vaccination program to achieve herd immunity in the shortest possible time frame. As you are aware, sourcing the vaccines is a global challenge, and we have met this challenge head on. He also underscored that the government has spent millions of dollars in procuring vaccines and billions of dollars in total for the COVID-19 response. He also explained that vaccines come with a shelf life and carry enormous costs for cold storage and transportation. All right, so the article has deviated from the vaccination passport. Apparently, we're considering that. So good luck, you guys. $92 million living quarters for judicial officers in Berbice Commission. What? Okay. And of course, there is a picture of the fire gutting Sharon's Mall. Fire ravaged the Sharon's Mall on King and Charlotte Street, Georgetown on Wednesday night. And there you go. That concludes the news items on the front page of today's Guyana Chronicle. And herein ends this segment of the news. And it takes us up to 8 hours 22. Oh, I got 2 whole minutes past yesterday's chatting. Anyway, let's get to some musical selections. Now we should be all, aware of what's going on with the news articles as of 8:22 on a Thursday morning. Before we get to the news, however, you are encouraged to take advantage of Maad 97.5's FM reach and engaging shows to advertise your products. We have coverage in the 10 administrative regions, and we are up and running on Facebook and on YouTube. So, of course, your products and services will be known in all corners of Guyana. Feel free to promote your event. You got a barbecue or something coming up, you'd like to sell some tickets, you'd like to invite some folks over to your barbecue or whatever it is, socially distanced, of course. Your events or your products and promotions. We have affordable timestamps and shout outs and even these scripts that we can just, give your information to the general listening and viewing audience. So give us a call, let us know what we can do for you and how we can move forward with this package. And you can give us a call on 501-2490. The extension is 106. 501-2490, extension 106. Of course, we are certain we have a slot at the price that is just right for you. Yeah, so give us a call, 501-2490, extension 106. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. Turn your radios up now and enjoy some music.
Can't tell me nothing, bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat, got all them boys cooked. We're from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, hey. Flexing on the gram like, hey. Hit that Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I walk with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence, I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut the shit down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense.
Fia wine, girl broke out and wine. Every man grab a girl 'cause the dagger in time. We a party and enjoy the vibe. Girl wine. Slow down, bust a slow wine. Boy come grind up your body pan mine. See me position so your body can align. Tick tock like a me a tell time. Follow the lead of me motion, smooth like a lotion. Belly just a roll like the waves of the ocean. Talk, we attack the words we unspoken. Rave and a rise a commotion.
All I change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's all wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? Yeah, I know it's hard to remember the people we used to be. It's even harder to picture that you're not here next to me. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try? And in that time that you wasted, all of our bridges burned out. I've wasted my nights, you turned out the lights. Now I'm paralyzed, still stuck in that time when we called it love. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a place from trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you. Where have the times gone, baby? It's so wrong. Where are the plans we made for two? If happy ever afters did exist, I would still be holding you like this. All those details I'm full of it. One more stupid love song, I'll be sick.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention from my music. Wanted to be left alone in public, excuse me. But wanting my cake and eat it too. And wanting it both ways. Fame made me a balloon. Cause my ego inflated when I flew see. But it was confusing. Cause all I wanted to do was be the Bruce Lee of loosely abused ink. Use it as a tool when I blew steam. Woo! Hit the lottery, ooh wee. But with what I gave up to get, it was bittersweet. It was like winning a used me. Ironic, cause I think I'm getting so huge I need a shrink. I'm beginning to lose sleep. One sheep, two sheep, going cuckoo and kooky is cool key. But I'm actually weirder than you think. Cause
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, that's not fair.
Say, hey, now, baby. Oh, mama, don't play now, baby. Say, hey, now, baby. So let's get one thing straight now, baby. Tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. I bet the house on you, am I lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not? You gotta tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. Been wishing for you, am I lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not?
Yes, you don't know, says Isla representing 97.5.
Ladies, Mr. Rock and come in. Girl power, pull the lock and come in, yeah. All the queens just stop and come in. All the queens just stop and come in. You are the queen. Hey ladies, this is Melissa Davey. Join me on Mad 97.5 FM from Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Girl Power. Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
When you have a baby, gentle means everything to you and to us. So at Johnson's, we improved everything. We used 50% fewer ingredients, took out dyes, parabens, phthalates, and sulfates, beat the top safety standards in the world, and added one-handed pumps. Gentle means pure. Gentle means safe. Gentle means love. The new Johnson's. Choose gentle.
Distributed by Distribution Services Limited and available at retailers nationwide.
There are salons, and then there's Kevin's Reflections. Have a glass of wine or sip some tea on the house. Our patient and competent staff will take care of your skin, nails, and hair of any type or texture. Try our massage table after a long day and ask about our natural hair club. Book early by appointment only. Kevin's Reflections. We care hair. Contact telephone numbers 621-0660 or 227-7450.
No, you wanna go there. I see it, step right and come.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and Igloo ice cream. Go old school with Fluty Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
When I see sound boy, I try step to it. Mad 97 I kill them from far. Cause them not ready for the war. Mad 97.5, you don't know Romain Berger represent.
You know we go.
Mad 97.5 FM time, 8 hours 35. Thank you for staying tuned into the morning showcase. If you've just joined us, good morning and happy Thursday to you. My hair is just in a steady state of decline. Like it's just perched precariously on top of my head and it's just doing its own thing. Anyway, sending good morning greetings to Kevin down there at Kevin's Reflection. I'll be paying you a visit today. Lord knows I need some help with my head. All right, so we're going to take a look now at the word for today, which is apparently used in today's Guyana Chronicle as well. So the word for today is amicable. Amicable is spelled A-M-I-C-A-B-L-E. A-M-I-C-A-B-L-E, pronounced amicable. It is an adjective, which means it's a descriptive word, and it means characterized by friendly, goodwill, or peaceable. Yeah, that's the definition for the word of the day, amicable. An example of amicable use in a sentence is GPL committed to amicably resolving issues of wages and salaries with the union. I didn't make it up. It's in today's newspaper, I swear. So that's the word for today, amicable. And it showed up in English language in the 15th century, and it was ushered in by writers who had such a love of Latin that they were using a literary form of the language, now called late Latin, when all the other Latin speakers were using vulgar Latin. That in the non-literary Latin, they eventually developed into a Romance language. Sounds nice, right? So the late Latin root of amicable means friendly, and when amicable was introduced to English, it was moving into semantic territory that friendly had occupied for some 400 years. English has always been magnanimous about accepting newcomers. Y'all know if you the word in English language. I read a post one time that said that English is not really even a language. It basically is just an adaptation of all the other languages. Like it just beat up other languages in a playing field and took the loose change from its pocket and then created its own thing. Anyway. As it so often is the case with Latin-derived synonyms, the new word became the more formal term, and it's most often used to describe agreements and relationships. An amicable agreement, an amicable relationship simply means a friendly or peaceful, whatever it is. So GPL, committed to amicably resolving issues of wages and salaries with union, is a valid use of the word in a sentence. So if amicable is new to you, of course, we encourage you to add it to your vocabulary and use it in a sentence all on your own and all that good stuff. So there you go. While, Good morning to Miss Ann James. How are we doing today? Monica Joseph, good morning to you. Okay, so I think it was earlier this week where we spoke about the situation when we have rainy season and not just truck drivers, but tractor drivers and stuff utilize the roadway, and you have these huge chunks of mud that's just left on the roadway there, and it literally is a hazard. This was raised by Mr. Leon Faria. He usually tunes into the program from Berbice, and he's updating us. So let me give you guys the update on what happened there. There was apparently a meeting at the New Market Primary School compound on Tuesday, April 27, with stakeholders, the Regional Road Safety Council, and the Guyana Police Force Traffic Department in Region Number 6, and the rice farmers, including the Guyana Rice Production Association President, Mr. Lika Rambert, who is also the chairman of the Upper Quarantine Road Safety Council. The meeting was fruitful based on the alternative recommendations made by rice farmers themselves, and these recommendations are as follows. Only discharge paddy at the access dam to prevent mud from the roadways. If and when there is mud on the roadways, the farmers will take turns to use their fronted blades, which is apparently a machinery equipment, to scrape the mud off of the road. Well, there you go. Yeah, pick up after yourselves. All of our mothers told us this while growing up. Don't leave your dirty dishes in the sink. Simultaneously, don't leave your mud on the road. Pick up after yourselves, especially if you have the capability to do so. I didn't even know that was a thing. And the third recommendation was engage the regional fire department to wash the mud off the roadways. And these suggestions will, when implemented, will make the Quarantine Highway a far more safer place to traverse. So thank you so much for this update, Mr. Faria, and good morning to the Regional Road Safety Council of Berbice. Miss Ann James, girl, we working on getting this radio station back up and running on the FM dial especially. But thank you so much for your patience. We have some delays with shipping. When I say shipping, I mean getting the equipment that we require to get the tower in Region 4 up and running again. There were some delays in shipping, but we're working on getting that here. Some things are just outside of your control, and you just gotta roll with the punches and go with the flow. This is what this is teaching me right now. This is a teachable moment for me. Yeah, I'm literally trying not to control the things outside of my control, not to make myself crazy by attempting to control things like shipping. How I gonna control this shipping? But we sad about it. But there's nothing we can do right now because it's literally outside of our control. As soon as the equipment gets here, we're gonna put it up and we're gonna be back in tip-top shape. So just please have patience with us. We thank you so much for your patience thus far. And of course, we profusely apologize for the inconvenience that the tower being down in Region Number 4 is causing.
Turn up the flames on. Well, let me tell you about a young lady that I met back in January. She have a husband, his name is Jerry, and the man big, tall, and he's scary. He way older than she did married real young. He's a big businessman, he just carry two when they no tidy not. If you see the love run, now it's 6 years gone, she ain't having no fun. She don't want to be a cheater, but Jerry start to beat her. Now she looking online for a late night creeper. She remember when I meet her by a bar and a repeater, so she dashing me DM like 100 meters. She say, use the man who could do it right. We start a link and make turn in the night. She want to rub down me right on me. She say I's a friend, but I know me title is outside man. Whoa. Say she begging me for the ride, and she say we have to go high. Whoa. She say she outside man. Whoa. But she begging me for the ride, and she say I can't inside. What she say? No. She say say you can't come inside, you can't come inside at all. No, no, she say you can't come inside, you can't come inside at all. No, no, she say you can't come inside, you can't come inside at all. No, no, she say you can't come inside, you can't come inside at all.
Look, my energy can never bother. Wake in the morning and I say to Jaja, and I pray to the Father. Me rise every day, and I put in work. All you wanna, when you see me on the road, come and show me love. Yeah, you know you're pretty, mama. Girl, I want to see you smile, girl, it don't matter. I man juggle and I juggle and I juggle. When it's too hard, slow down and bubble. Bust a sweet, sweet wine in the face of the struggle. Yeah, yeah, I man say, leave the darkness and your woes. If they threaten, leave them home. You don't have to be alone. Meet me on the carnival road. Hey, it's vibes, yeah, love, yes, vibes on the carnival road. Yeah, plenty vibe on the road. Yeah, it's love, yeah, vibe, yes, vibe on the carnival road. Baby, you want jack it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. I'm gonna jack it up, jack it up, jack it up. You want jack it up, back 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 it up. I'm gonna jack it up, jack it up, and I can never ever get enough. So when you want to love, baby, run come to me. Give it to me good, I give you back properly. Send on special delivery. I give it to you anyhow you want. So when you want to love, baby, run come to me. Give it to me good, I give you back properly. Send on special delivery. I give it to you anyhow you want.
Come here, so me girl, me love the way you back it up. Love the way you want me, love the way you jack it up. Skin well smooth, Versace wallet up. Belly well flat, me know tummy top. Wine when you give me everybody I feel up. Me know where you want me, I read you like a book. We a juke like a dog, so me know you a go hook. When you done perform, she has to thank you too. Every girl a wine, so we run come. Dance, we a dance till the run done. Out in the street with a sun.
Oh my God! The problem is a problem. Oh my gosh! Check it out. I know what to do, babies. Oh my gosh! Problems. She said nobody can do it. Oh my gosh! She ride it. Oh my gosh! She ride it. Oh my gosh! She have the right for the right. She said nobody can ride it. Oh my gosh! She ride it. Oh my gosh! She ride it. Oh my gosh! She have the right for the right. Just on it, put your back in it. Yes, you know more in your proper limit. Put your content on me hard drive. This is not a floppiness. No, but let me give you happiness. Excuse me, yes. You think I just sweet, you must be molasses. Mind you broke off me gears. She said nobody can ride it. Oh my God, she ride it. Oh my God, she ride it. Oh my God, she have the right for the right. She said nobody can ride it. Oh my God, she ride it. Oh my God.
I met a girl from Trinidad. She from La Frontier area. Say she know me a dancehall king. So she want teach me calypso. She done round pon the dresser. Tell me fi apply the pressure. Me see the curtain I move now. I'm a day so the door fi drop down. Chook it. Yes, only chook it. Whoa, bubble. Well, Trini, bubble, a trouble. I told her I want to catch a vibe just to take my breath. She said, baby, big mistake. You just come and me no start yet. All night. Party. All night, party. All night, party. You're feeling party. Wine pass some body. Hey, yo, I met a girl from Jamaica. She said she come from Portmore. From she rise the soca king. She want show me dance all bubbling. She put her foot on the speaker and tip and she touring. Yeah, then she whine and bend over. One time everything start juggling. Juke it. Hey, yeah, juke it. Yes, yeah, the bubble. She whine on the double M. I tell she I am my expert when come to wine. She said, boy, don't play with me. You better come here ready to go. All night. Party.
Show me if you love somebody. Tell me if you love somebody. Yeah, just tell somebody. Tell somebody. I love you. Yeah. I'm not afraid to shout it. Hey, I'm not afraid to shout it. Oh, na na na. I love you. Say yeah. And there is no shame about it. So I'm not afraid to shout it. Oh, na na na. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This is the time, so deal with it now. Hug that person and let them know. Hey, even the bad man heart is open. So tell all the real brethren that you know the die-hard ones who riding for you. Don't wait till they come. No way. This is the time to appreciate. Don't hold back, don't procrastinate. Don't wait till they come. Look somebody in the face. Please don't wait. Tell me,
Hey yo, let me rock, let me go right now. Rock this place, hold on tight, baby, you're separate me. Lean on me and rock this thing together. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rock this place, don't be scared, this ship won't sink today. Make some waves and rock this thing together. Lean in, rock back, and not turning no compass. Will is to say, let the wind pass. Full speed ahead, girl, you in charge. Roll that, turn that, that type of wine and bumper. I had to brace to the impact. Take me hand up, girl, you know this. We just party and we just go all day. We don't watch no face, and all we want is some company. Make good memories and let me party all night. We going right now. Rock this place, hold on tight, baby, you're separate me. Lean on me and rock this thing together. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rock this place, don't be scared, this ship won't sink today. Make some waves and rock this thing together. Take me deep into your ocean, baby. Only you around me, only you can save me. Back and forth we go, your currents pull me. I cannot control it. Be my one and only. Girl, you know this. We just party hard. We just go all day. We don't watch no face, and all we want is some company. Make good memories and let me party all night. We going right now. Rock this place. Hold on tight, baby.
Mad. Radio. 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 Radio.
And in Info for Mad Radio 97.5 FM.
From around the globe, in sold-out arenas, from out on the streets to your radio, the time and what must be done. Narrated by Minister Louis Farrakhan. Tune in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 2 p.m. right here on Maad 97 FM and hear Farrakhan speak.
Listerine Ready Tabs presents Seriously, What Is This? People have been wondering what new Listerine Ready Tabs are, so we'd like to clear things up. They're not gum, mints, dice, or candy. If you guess they're tabs that turn into liquid as you chew, so you can swish and clean your whole mouth instantly from anywhere, then you were correct. And that was a really good guess. Nice job. Introducing Listerine Ready Tabs. Bring out the bold.
Distributed by Distribution Services Limited and available at retailers nationwide.
What's hiding in your skin? Hidden toxins, that's what. Neutrogena Deep Clean Cream Cleanser seeks out hidden toxins, dirt, and oil, even stuff you don't know is there, and forces them out. Removes more than 99% of erupted. Then come on over
over to BRNet, the best internet service provider in Guyana. At BRNet, we provide the fastest and most stable internet connection. With us, you can stop worrying about studying or working at home, missing out on all your favorite shows and catching the latest news or even being entertained by YouTube. With packages starting from as little as $5,000 for 5Gs to our unlimited $12,000 package, we have something to suit everyone's needs. So call us on 649-8218 or check out our website at brnet.gy if you want to get connected. Call quick because for a limited period, we're offering free installation. We're currently installing in the west and east coast of Berbice area, so don't worry, we'll be in your area soon. BRNet, bringing you closer.
97.5, this is Beanie Man, keeping it alive. Zaga, 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 now.
97.5 FM, time 8 hours 54. How's it going on the outside? Is everything going well for you? Yes? No? Feel free to share with us. You are encouraged to drop us a text on 622-3975. That is 622-3975. We're sending out birthday greetings to, as soon as this message loads, yes, we're sending birthday greetings to an intelligent, caring, and God-fearing daughter. Her name is Tanya Andrea Gregory. She's celebrating her 12th birthday anniversary today. Oh, so sweet. 12 years old. Greetings are coming from your mom and dad, Yetunde and Roger Gregory, your brothers Nkosi and Isan, your sisters Enika and Brittany, your aunts, uncles, cousins, especially Ariana and Joella. I hope I didn't butcher any of the names in this text message. If I did, I apologize to you. I'm so sorry. But happy birthday to you, my dear Tanya Andrea Gregory. Enjoy your day. I wish you many, well, your entire family is wishing you many happy returns on your special day. Hello to Alvina Citron, good morning to you, my dear. She's sending good morning greetings to her family and, her family is the Citrons, and she's wishing you all a fantastic day. And also a good morning greeting is going out to the management and staff at Grill Master Restaurant, Cuisine and Catering Service, wishing everyone a splendid day. Good morning to you guys, and thanks for always locking in with us here on the Morning Showcase. 622-3975 is the number to text. Yeah, so feel free to do that. All right, so your Guyanese proverb for today, taken from browngirlmagazine.com. Y'all remember yesterday, Guyanese proverb? I had a good laugh, especially after that Selector Marlon played the song, "You sorry for Magadag," and Magadag turned around and bite you. I will never forget that proverb. Anyway, today's Guyanese proverb is one that I never came across this one before, but it reads, "When bird fly too fast, he pass he nest." You ever hear this one? I guess this is our ancestors' way of encouraging us to slow down. Yeah, when you live a fast-paced life, apparently it gets you into some trouble. But some of us like to get into trouble. You realize that? Some of us like the trouble. Some of us seek out the trouble. Some of us, you don't feel at ease until you stir the pot limit. I do not live a fast-paced life, first of all. I think. Wait, hold on. Define a fast-paced life. What is it? No, I don't. I absolutely do not. I don't go out. If you consider going out to be living a fast-paced life. Anyway, this is your Guyanese proverb for today. When birds fly too fast, he pass he nest. Apparently, you get into trouble by living... Okay, so I don't get into trouble, so I guess I do not live a fast-paced life. So there you go. That's it. That's all. Do with this information whatever you will. Our ancestors were just, encouraging us to slow down a little bit. Slow down and smell the roses before the roses end up on your grave. Life is short also. Smile while you still have teeth. That's your Guyanese proverb for today. Actually, no, it's not. It's when bird fly too fast, he just pass he nest. Sending good morning greetings to Robert Adams and all of our friends joining us on Facebook here. Sunil Sukraj, good morning to you. John Ricketts, what's up? I don't know why I just said it in that particular tone, but what's up? Thanks for joining us here on the program. All right, so let's get to some musical selections now. Turn your radios up at 8 hours 58. When we come back, we're going to be taking a look at the news items printed in today's daily newspapers. And of course, I've got some more things to share with you, some more items and articles and stuff to share with you, because that's what we aim for on the Morning Showcase, to be enlightened and to know what is happening around us. And we are seeking out and we're sourcing out information that is fresh and new so that we can share with you.
Ficadi. You don't know what you have until it's gone. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Now you're up and gone away, baby. Didn't wanna stay, baby. I wasn't to play, baby. I just want you here, baby. Where you really want me to. Should I know my love for you is true? Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. That they feeling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make.
Maad 97, broadcasting live from Georgetown, Guyana, in the highest quality. Providing our listeners with the latest in world and Caribbean music, local culture, news, and top personalities. Maad 97 is We Own. We Own.
Yeah, man, I say no radio mad. 97.5. Mr. Rough them up, Mr. Quaff, them in our version, the Quaff Boss represent.
Maad 97.5 FM time, 9 hours 1. If you're tuned in to the Facebook live stream, I would like to explain the expression that was just on my face. The electromologist showed me a highly disturbing video of a young lady who apparently discovered that her significant other was cheating on her. So she, get this, replaced his KY jelly with super glue. Do with that information whatever you will. Oh my goodness, wow. I am still shocked. I am shook. We're going to take a look right now, however, at your regional and international news. Let's see what we have here. Staggering 223 new cases of COVID recorded in Trinidad. Wow. Trinidad and Tobago yesterday recorded its most frightening COVID-19 infection tally to date, with 223 people testing positive, while simultaneously surpassing the 10,000 mark for a total confirmed case tally since the virus first appeared locally in March of 2020. The Ministry of Health also reported 2 more COVID-19 deaths. They were both elderly women, both with comorbidities, the ministry said. You see, Trinidad and Tobago is mentioning the fact whether or not these persons have comorbidities. Initially, we also used to say whether it was a person that lost their life to COVID-19 had comorbidities, yes or no. And eventually we just stopped reporting on whether or not these people had comorbidities. Does that mean that all these people who died from COVID... I have questions. All these people who died from COVID-19, did they have comorbidities? Yes or no? I would just like to know if it's just COVID-19 that's killing these people or if it's COVID-19 and a combination of some other disease. This brings the total number of COVID-19 related deaths in Trinidad and Tobago to 163. The alarming numbers were also reached as the country comes to grips with news in the last fortnight that another seemingly more aggressive mutation of the virus, which is the Brazilian strain, that is the P1 COVID-19, the Brazilian variant, is now in the national community. Moving on with some more news, we have here Rihanna, Sean Paul, Nicki Minaj, Buju Banton in concert for Ravaged SVG. That's So this is some good news. Over a dozen major artists will now take part in a virtual fundraising concert to assist the volcano-ravaged St. Vincent and the Grenadines, abbreviated SVG. The concert, carded for May 23rd, features artists such as Rihanna, Sean Paul, Nicki Minaj, Buju Banton, Coffee, Dwayne Bravo, Usain Bolt, Alison Hines, and others. It is being organized by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, abbreviated OECS, Nicole Dyer Griffiths 02N Foundation, and OMG Media. The concert was announced yesterday during an OECS virtual meeting of the leadership of Global Coalition in support of SVG to discuss the relief efforts to assist SVG. Since the Le Soufriere volcano in St. Vincent began to explosively erupt on April 9, over 20,000 people have been displaced from their homes. The volcano's last eruption was on April 22, but it remains on alert level red, and experts from the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center say it can erupt again at any time. And finally, in Brazil, we have here Brazil registers 3,163 new COVID-19 deaths. Brazil yesterday reported 3,163 new coronavirus deaths, the health ministry said, bringing the total to 398,185. Brazil also reported 79,726 new cases of the virus, which now totals to 14,521,289. And I can't even fathom the amount of people, this amount of people. Honestly, I'm unable to fathom it. We're moving on with some international news now. China closing in fast. Biden warns Congress as he asks for trillions in spending. President Joe Biden declared yesterday that the United States is on the move again, 100 days after he took office, in a speech to a joint session of Congress that he used to promote $1.8 trillion plan he has, and he said is needed to compete with China. Okay. Biden appeared in the chamber of the U.S. House of Representatives at an event scaled back this year because of the pandemic, removing his masks to speak to a small group of Democrats and Republican lawmakers over officials and guests arrayed before him. More details can be found in today's Starbuck newspaper. We're moving on. Indians rush for vaccine as COVID-19 death toll passes 200,000. Indians struggle to register online for a mass vaccination drive set to begin in the weekend as the country's toll from coronavirus surged past 200,000 yesterday, worsened by shortages of hospital beds and medical oxygen. What did we used to report on before COVID-19? Honestly, COVID-19 literally dominated news. Does that mean nothing else is happening around the world? We have here the second wave of infections has seen at least 300,000 people test positive each day for the past week, overwhelming health facilities and crematoriums and promoting an increasingly urgent response from allies overseas sending equipment. Also, we have here in international news, U.S. judge denies immediate release of Andrew Brown shooting video. Why is that? Let's find out. A North Carolina judge yesterday rejected a request to release videos showing law enforcement's fatal shooting of Andrew Brown Jr. during an attempted arrest, siding with arguments that their immediate disclosure could jeopardize active investigations. Oh, that's why. Okay. And finally, Michael Collins, the forgotten astronaut of Apollo 11, dies age 90. American astronaut Michael Collins, who as pilot of the Apollo 11 command module, stayed behind on July 20, 1969, while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin traveled to the lunar surface to become the first human beings to walk on the moon, died yesterday at the age of 90, his family said. A statement released by his family said that Collins died of cancer. Often described as the forgotten third astronaut on the historic mission, Collins remained alone in the command module for more than 21 hours until his fellow astronauts returned to the lunar module. He lost contact with mission control in Houston each time the spacecraft circled the dark side of the moon. And there you go. That concludes regional and international news for today. The dark side of the moon. Is that from a song or something? Somebody did a song with the dark side of the moon. Anyway, that concludes regional and international news. Let's get to some more musical selections, but stay tuned in. I've got so much more to share with you. Good music, good information, so stay locked in with us here on the program. It is 9 hours 8 on the clock.
You're not gonna make it. This is not fear, music is not fear, just love it. Do something else with your life. So them used to tell me. But one thing I know, once you believe in yourself, nobody can tell you say you can't do it. Remember the same mouth say no, I same one say yes. Yo, Wally, queer bitch. Yo, second feels it, knows it. Team set. That's why we say never stop, never flop. Cause they don't know. Say them really don't know. Them really don't know. Queer bitch, they don't know. The pain when we feel them no know. Them really don't know. The amount of tears I may cry, all my pillow wet. All of the struggles and the fight when me still I get. Enough of them a crab in a barrel, them deliberate. I try pull me down, God know me no in it. Pray for me dogs, more life, but I still a dead. Black t-shirt full of red and a silhouette. Enough for my friend, them they a jail. We innocent dog, if you picture my life, you don't need no line. They don't know. Say them really don't know. Them really don't know. Queer bit, they don't know. The pain when we feel them no know. Them really don't know. Alright, dog. Enough of them a judge and I try be the jury. Mostly through my life start shine like me jewelry. Tell them I work man, make it me duty for make sure my kids them no short and no school fee. Father, I'm grateful you bless me. Sometime life get hard and I stress me. You stay by my side, you no left me. So when they question them ask and them pass them remarks, no, they don't know. Say them really don't know. Them really don't know. Who you beat?
Nation. When you see me, I still looking like my last year. When I last, me just a looking at my thoughts. And pray some things so people don't mean out the past. Now act like some are perfect, everybody have them flaws. Long before the COVID thing, done enough for them, I wear a mask, yeah. Watch them kill it as them try go round the bars, yeah, yeah. Loyalty come with the cost, and I'm fi asking how I love in my heart. But anytime your heart too big, my lad, then we take you for a fool, and this is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no, no. And me can't do trust no girl when me remember what she do, man. This is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no, no way. Now the people them will style me as they please, yeah. Like them want me forget all the memories. Me forgive but not forget, but kind of for them are some praise. The only thing my beg the Father protect me from enemies, alright. Always for my kills and my peace. Enough time it get lonely, but company at the least. It's a different energy when me get higher for the trees. Tanisha says she feel it all the way across the seas. It's a natural mystic blowing through the air, yeah. And if you listen carefully now, you will hear. Say anytime your heart too big, my lad, then we take you for a fool, and this is why me not like humans. This is why me not like humans, no, no.
Wish me coulda tell you I'm perfect, but I'm not. It's me, said one from the block. Many of my friends are here, some not. I got a couple running with the cops, but just you. Anything I thought, me no fair. I don't push drama, just to make it clear. Gotta keep it real, I'm just misunderstanding. Things do happen, it's not like I planned it. People you love will all see you vanish. You happiness the month you walk away from it. With minds if I had to, no recoil. That I knock you, anything, me ready for. Here's a like predator. Wish me coulda tell you I'm perfect, but I'm not. It's me, said one from the block. Most of my friends are here, some not. Got a couple running with the cops.
Unruly, man been through the worst in a life already. How me fi give up now? I want the people on the earth say me curse already, but them call me God bless now. Them used to say me I know nobody. Them say me I go dead at the robbery. But now them shame when them look at me. Shame when them look at me. Them used to say me music up. Now me have the world like over me. Father God that protect me from the enemy. Well if I really youth they make class in a see how we are win, see them way. Them no see how we are win, see them way. Who no see how we are win, see them way. Them no see how we are win, see them way. And when them fight we down night and day, them no see how we are win, see them way. Almighty God I him a guide my way. Them no see how we are win, see them way.
Baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter, float on with the waves. You make me feel like you make me feel like you make me feel.
When you want to, tell a mission, sing up like you want my emphasis spin roll like a jam can't tire. Endless loving and it can't expire. How say Jaja never answer prayer.
You know, say you have the loving for me body when you hold me, and if you call me, we come. Baby, me now let her go. Love is like a seed and you reap what you sow. Oh, baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter, float on with the waves. You make me feel like you make me feel like you make me feel.
Something by my side, girl. You make me start to hate my wife, girl. What do you want for you? Joke with me, say, do you something bad, girl? Something by my side, girl. I want you to turn me all the while, girl. You me want to talk, you have the vibes, girl. Me girl, you do me so right. Me girl, I'm if you tell you. Hook up me body, girl, and do no let go. Me girl, you're no regular, dip on another level. I'm if you tell you, me say I'm if you tell you. Baby, your body be calling, I'm like, baby, hello. So many things, baby, I wanna tell you. Like, you do me so right, baby, I gotta tell you. I wanna tell you, baby, I'm if you tell you.
When I love with our money, tell me what you want, honey. You say for send and pick my phone, your phone and pick on me body. Make me cuddle love you, dub me. What was your day, me baby? Who are on them out? Oh, you cuss out to the for me.
Whenever me say ready, she up. Me rich and famous, she no give a ha-ha. She even call me regular, ha-ha. And that turn me on so much. Me girl, you do me so right. Me girl, I'm if you tell you. Hook up me body, girl, and do no let go. Me girl, you're no regular, dip on another level. I'm if you tell you, me say I'm if you tell you. Baby, your body be calling, I'm like, baby, hello. So many things, baby, I wanna tell you. Like, you do me so right, baby, I gotta tell you. I wanna tell you, baby, I'm if you tell you.
Next time you come up in me heart, sexy in your shirt. Let me say when you're dead punches like
I'ma come to see a dad.
drink and we smoke, and we talk and we laugh. And your man I call your phone and me I cut it off. I got you hooked on that lean. Every day so you want codeine. To how we make the perfect team. I want run out my wife, girl, and tell you moving me.
So what's up in a me back? Fingernail left scratching on me back. Size 10 foot me put that in a the socks. She a grab on pan in a tin a me locks. Murder now she chopping a me chop. She a tick like the tack in a the clock. She did cool now she hot in a the spot. Give her everything me got, baby. I could love you want, talk love you want. I can see it in your eyes. I could love you want, feel me love you want. I can see it in your eyes. I could love you want, talk love you want. I can see it in your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. I can see it in your body are the highest. Your body are the gold. Girl, me move mountains just to see you wine for me. I love it when you move, baby. Turn back queer, wine for me. I love it when you move, baby. Turn back queer.
I make you feel like me fly, oh. This is a good touch, I tell you. Get up on the person, matter who that I am. This is a good touch, I tell you. Make you feel like me fly, oh. This is a good touch, I tell you. Get up on me person, matter who that I am. This is a good touch, I tell you. No Enough girl call me daddy. Cry them need my body. When me back her up in the shower, girl, you see this soap drop stay down the few hours. Since your love, I come and make me touch you, know. Love you so, hug you so, turn you so. Know where you no figure, everything you so for you. She say why, then I wrote like a W.
You know see how me sexy and me have a little cute face. Nothing them not have over me. Some gal watch me style and a chat, but a time them a waste. Nothing them not have over me. If a gal a farm man, me no care. If it take a gal man, me nah no fair. Me we take him any.
The voice of Shansia in the background, hyping up, ladies. Since when the song came out?
2017.
So hyping up women since 2017. Sending good morning greetings to Lancelot Chin. I hope that you're having a fantastic day as well. And he's making up to all the GT people. Krishna Singh, hi, what's up? Good morning to you. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying tuned into the program. For those of you who just, stopped by, it's nice of you to tune in. For those of you who have been chilling with us since the beginning, good morning to you. I'm sending good morning greetings to my dear friend, Mr. Mohammed. How are you doing today? I hope that you're having a fantastic Thursday morning so far. Also, let's see. We've got Bushlot Village, West Coast, Berbice, locked and loaded. How y'all doing today? Good morning. Sending good morning greetings to everyone down there, especially to Mina. Hello, Mina. How are you doing? Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. We're sending birthday greetings to Princess Tonya Gregory, who is celebrating her 12th birth anniversary today. Greetings are coming from your little friend, Shanisa Nobel of Ithaca Village. So sweet. Hello to Shanisa Nobel, and happy birthday to Tonya Gregory. Happy 12th birthday, that is. Remember, the number to text is 6223975. 6223975. It's 9 hours 20 on a beautiful Thursday morning. Tomorrow is Friday already. Today's already the 29th day of April. What did we even do for April? Honestly, what did we do in April? I have no memory. I have no memory of anything that happened in the month of April that was so like how we reach here already. Anyway, y'all enjoy some music while I ponder on the state of affairs.
You know see how me sexy and me have a little cute face. Nothing them not have over me. Some gal watch me style and a chat, but a time them a waste. Nothing them not have over me. If a gal a farm man, me no care. If it take a gal man, me nah no fair. Me we take him anytime, anywhere. When me sit down on him lap like a chair. Boy, me walk out, wash me ear pan a gal, cause her man pay feed. And your man still a mad over me. The same man where you own, so my body good, the time favorite. Not a thing you not have over me. Him coulda tell you bag a thing, give you a ring. My line still a ring. And your man still a mad over me. You a wife, but me I him everything. Me tie up your man like shoes with
Baby girl, you just a touch and let go. You just a touch and let go. And then I make you come in on me life. And you know me have me wife. And what you want me to do, me just a touch and let go. More the touch and let go. Then I make you come in on me life. And you know me got a wife. And what you want me to do. Yes, she know when she love me same way. Don't keep no secret from her and she love me same day. When it's time to leave, she won't stay. And I cry, so she want to be fiancé. Enough, tell her my over the out there. See a Nick there, hotter than 10 Beyonce. Come on, me hard a fight for replay. But I touch and let go, me heart say. So me touch and let go. Me hold the clutch and let go. Then I make you come in on me life. When you know me have a wife. What them want me to do, touch and let go. Me hold the clutch and let go. Hey girl, I make you come in on me life. And know me got a wife. And what you want me to do?
If I didn't know what love is, I know, and if you think no one cares, I know me love it, love it. I've never been there before, but you show me do. If I didn't know what love is, I know me know.
Let's cross them up like a tea-tattoo. Just like domino, jot them all in a row, them finna. Some man a pro, man a girl is them finna. Because see the face so, you tap it go. Only for hot girl we get out the road. Man a pro, man a girl is them finna. Oh, they should know.
Me gonna knock it already and you don't know. Oh, some man a say them a girl is no slow. We got the image, the bodies, we got the door. Have your baby mother locked down a sweater now. Just like a show with that cat image, just a know. Say she ready for anything when me say she feel up. When me do give her the work, never know what feel up. If take a certain level, a girl is be a bro. Anytime I'm with touch street, a girl must cheat. Tear sheet within the first week. She did already from the first speech. Do it deep and put her friend and tell her say I no feet. She give me top in the front seat. Tell me how she want from me, it's just a son and then she complete. But make she know she have to compete. Bag a girl a run down the dead of
She say I'm on a waist man. She want we link up on the ear cut. Say she want me, she round there a wait for me. Pull up in my straight jeans and me be a pansy.
Me a real bad man, that's why she love me. She no want the money, she just want love me. Me no need love if you take them gal. We no need money if you take them gal. Cause we a real bad man, so the girls love we. Them no want the money, them just want love we. We no need reason if you take them gal. We no use vehicle if you take them gal. She say I'm a bad man, but the God a devil feel. Say she love roll with the Javi 17. Jump out the car front, make we left his scheme. She say the oxy you coming like limousine. Suppose him see we on shell with. Say him have a one thing a lot but it empty. Caves and a bad man that him a shellfish. Guess where she reach grass and tell me.
Yeah, deaf. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Oh, I remember the first time when you touched me and your wine and come up and go down. To the gong, to the gong, to the gong. To the gong, to the gong, to the gong. I remember. Shall we on records? For the ladies. Oh, yeah, deaf. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Want the wine, girl, me want the wine. Oh, I remember the first time when you touched me and your wine and come up and go down. To the gong, to the gong, to the gong. To the gong, to the gong, to the gong. I remember when we first met and you tell me you're not give me bun. Girl, wine and come up and go down. To the gong, to the gong, to the gong. After 3 months pass, it look like you not really remember how to touch me. You get so boring and you start chop asleep. Girl, you get lazy. Better next girl I'm gonna play your part. Yes, and next girl I'm gonna play your part. Me no like boring girl, you fi talk. Don't let me tell you what fi do when you see Charlie Black. Just show me how you can touch me. Girl, come show me how you can touch me. Girl, come show me how you can touch me. Come bust inna your head now, head now.
My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Daily most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, put it on me headstone. Nobody no fi cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean, I tell you my life where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Whoa, unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth. Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth. Me I tell you the truth, them want every man in a suit. Unstoppable youth, unstoppable youth.
One big chant the one time for the eating. That the bad man we can't live it. Oh, if you live my life, no boy can't tell me on. One big chant the one time for the eating. That the bad man we can't live with. Oh, if you live my life, no boy can't tell me on. From a touch road, heavy guy looking. Got me clean, that's for certain. Money pa my mind, so me never run broken. Enough pretty gal, but me never once chosen. Christian New York and the Trinidad ground. Beer design and me rock, me head icons. Plus I'm a dog, them a G-man. Never one shot my weed when me I go give B-man bigs. Chant the one time for the eating. That the bad man me can't live it. Oh, if you live my life, the boy can't tell me on.
When you call me, I'm on my way. Got a rush. You're my rose that grew from concrete. You're my face, so beautiful, beautiful, yeah. And you have a front words can't explain. She said, if my catch COVID-19, she catch it. I'm for coming on my blue. you call me, I'm on my way. Gotta rush. You're my rose that grew from concrete. You're my face, so beautiful, beautiful, yeah. And you have a front words can't explain. She said, if my catch COVID-19, she catch it. After coming in my room, she not leaving me. She said, if I'm nothing added to her, we dead it. Yeah, yeah. Love my baby, yeah. When you call me, I'm on my way. Gotta rush. You're my rose that grew from concrete. Is that look by your face? So beautiful, so beautiful. And you have a front words can't explain. Fear it. Song I blast like torpedo. My flow to my soul like magneto. So me no watch people. Manipulate evil by doing good. I'm here for a reason. Possessions and vehicles can all fade away, so do when sometimes things last longer than I had. I care while the sunshine and breeze blow. Ready, is it ever ready to eat? Quite legendary, some advice never perish. Me never pathetic, me not gonna know well if a big Philippines. Me not ready for me spot of heaven. First me have to school like Malateli flow, them a chop aggressive. Get that stack heavy. Is it east side? Song I blast like torpedo, my flow to my soul like
the voice of one Skilly Bang, a song entitled Torpedo. Okay, so before we head into a commercial break and then subsequently over Matt Jam of the Day, I've got some information to share with you from my favorite subscription, online news subscription. It's an article, a news subscription called Newsette, okay, the Newsette. And today we're talking about mental health. So for many people, it's actually Throwback Thursday, right? So scientists have evidently discovered a new way that memories imprint on the brain and learned that the mind can form a signal of familiarity in less than a second. And this one is about the folks who like to rewatch all the shows that, you know, make them feel comfortable, or shows. For example, I would usually rewatch. I have several shows that I would constantly rewatch whenever I'm feeling a little bit too anxious. I don't actually like to watch a lot of new shows because I get kind of anxious because I don't know what's going to happen. So I have some shows that I usually rewatch, including Friends, including The Big Bang Theory, and How I Met Your Mother. Those and That 70s Show, my top 4 go-to shows to rewatch. And apparently this is because of a signal of familiarity that your brain can form in less than a second. Research will further Alzheimer's studies and AI technology, but it also sheds light on TV programming, especially reruns. That's because psychologists have tracked the huge boom in nostalgia viewing, noting everything from iCarly that was released in 2007 to Girlfriends that was released in 2000, and of course the hit Netflix Top 10, while Friends, which was released in 1994, continues to dominate the ratings. Just thinking about your favorite TV shows could actually make people feel better after a rejection, even a rejection event such as a fight or a period of loneliness. This is what the researchers have found. And the studies show that comfort watching is a new phenomenon, basically where you just go back to rewatch a show that you already know and you are familiar with, as a form of comfort. It's like reconnecting with an old friend, even though, you know, it's a TV show and not actual people. There is an association between favorite narratives and feeling better, which doesn't occur if you're watching something new. Yeah, it's like imprinting on the show, and it can't happen unless if you're watching something new. Experts even suggest using nostalgia at work for a greater sense of meaning and lower turnover. Yeah, so there you go. That is just a little tip on mental health today. If you're feeling a little bit too overwhelmed, try rewatching one of your favorite old time shows. Do you guys have any favorite old time shows? Selector Marla just exited the studio, so I can't ask. But for those of you joining me via traditional radio and stuff, do you guys have any shows that you like to rewatch? I have several. I already shared them with you. Feel free to send me your favorite shows, 622-3975, that you like to rewatch. That no matter what mood you're in or what day of the week it is, you just, you know, you could just rewatch it for no reason at all. Also, a new study has found, are you destined for decaf? A new study finds that your genes, I don't know how true this is, it's just fun to read. Are you destined for decaf? A new study finds that our genes are directly related to our coffee preferences. My goodness. Which means that we don't just like caramel macchiato. It's who we are as a people. I wonder where I got my coffee gene from, because my mom doesn't drink coffee. My dad kind of drinks a little bit. Anyway, that's just something to ponder on. Let's head into a quick commercial break and then into the Mad Jam of the Day. Okay, so stay with us here on the Morning Showcase on Mad 97.5 FM. Please feel free to share with me your favorite comfort shows. Which shows do you likely rewatch? And if you tell me that it's Game of Thrones, then we can't be friends.
This is Quasi as the lyrical general, and you tune to the Mad 97.5, the pulse of the 592. Stay tuned.
Set your tone for the rest of the day. Start every morning with the intention for the creator of all things. Tune into Mad 97.5 FM at 5 a.m. for your morning measure of truth, the message of truth. Quranic recitations, surahs, duas, khutbas, and Islamic melodies. The message of truth. We rise, we give thanks and praise, then we serve mankind. Carry the message, and if necessary, use words. The message of truth at sunrise on Mad 97.5 FM is real.
Hey, Barbies! Are you tired of bad internet connections and dealing with companies that just don't keep their promises? Want to watch Netflix uninterrupted? Then come on over to BRNet, the best internet service provider in Guyana. At BRNet, we provide the fastest and most stable internet connection. With us, you can stop worrying about studying or working at home, missing out on all your favorite shows and catching the latest news, or even being entertained by YouTube. With packages starting from as little as $5,000 for 5Gs to our unlimited $12,000 package. We have something to suit everyone's needs. So call us on 649-8218 or check out our website at brnet.gy if you want to get connected. Call quick, because for a limited period, we're offering free installation. We're currently installing in the west and east coast of Berbice areas, so don't worry, we'll be in your area soon. BRNet, bringing you closer.
Friendship is the one thing I could never live without. How long has it been? 15 years? 16 years, girl. We have been friends ever since that day you appeared out of nowhere with my favorite. The good old days. So much has changed. Well, not everything. Igloo ice cream is still our #1 comfort food.
Igloo ice cream. Igloo ice cream.
Igloo ice creams, making moments a magical memory.
Now available: cherry, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, banana, and pino orange.
So we are big deal. Man 97 is a big deal. Yeah, man, Chris Martin dancing for the big bad man 97.5 FM. Big deal settings.
At 9 hours 37 on the clock, we're going to head into the Mad Jam of the Day. The voice of 5G with a song entitled Can't Be a Party. Turn your radios up and enjoy.
Yo, this is Blaze Antonio, and you're listening to the New Generation Radio, Mad 97, blazing it every day.
This is the Mad Jam of the Day.
5G family. Shirt check, jeans check, everything checks, and we ready for the fete.
Can't be a party without you. Can't be a party without you. Can't be a party without you. Can't be a party without you.
Look how she whining naughty. This girl locking down the party. So me have to take a wine for a shotty. After that, so she coming home with me. Put me so you create a case now. Can't be a party without you. 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 Can me love how you went, girl. You know waste no time, girl. You way dance to the beat, at the bass line, girl. The way you when me have to be next in line. Can't take your time, girl. You have to start a crime scene, girl. The way you went, girl. You know you are the queen. Baby, can me have to take you in a limousine. Can me have to in shrink like laser beam. Come be a part of the 5G team. Can't be a party without you. 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 Yeah, you lit and you light up the place. When you drop it and you rock to the bass. When you rave, yeah, you not watch no face. You a drink and a bubble with a bass. No match number one in a the race. Beer hot, girl, at the mini space. Can't be a party without you. 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 Look how she whining naughty. This girl locking down the party. So me have to take a wipe on a shawty. After that, she coming home with me. Put me hand by your waist when you bubble to the base. So you create.
That was the Mad Jam of the day.
Yes, your boy Fimba, you don't know, live and direct from St. Vincent and Grenadines. You don't know when I'm in Guyana. I listen to 97.5 FM. See me?
Yeah, it's off, I hope you see it every time.
Yo, damage. Don't make them tell us say them rate. Enough for them friendship carry expired date. All when you deal with them straight, them still move it. But I know you can't force people to like you. Cause enough of them will see you we not like to. From your energy not right, me avoid you. Now if you do them nothing for them fight you. First when them see say you arrest them. You not like me. Okay, I know you alone. Life too short for you worry about. Who like or hate me. Me not make me rating. Money man I make pop buckle celebrating. Life too short for you worry about. Who like or hate me. Me not make me rating. Money man I make pop buckle celebrating.
I step out and do this by myself. Them never show me no love, them never give me strength. Big up cutter than I have the government. Him say tweet me artist, take it to them. Me make a name for myself and look what happened. Me now go back to the past, we used to fire quick. Me looking at the mirror, you know what me say. Me see I look cute and him look just like me. It's me, myself and I, more than week if them see me cry. Hey, them now go see that no time. Me put me trust in all the monsters. It's me, myself and I, this never happening all night. Damage them anything alright. Now all I make for the roadside. Me, myself.
Come here, let me can't find love from a day. Smoke 2 weeks and chill by myself. Nobody no understand me, no father. Cause they come in like me, only understand myself. One crew will log some people speak. Staying a million, no going on people way. Keep me high up anytime me I pray. Never let me let a key. Father God, please don't let me go. Please don't let me go. Coming on my friend and from afar. Yeah, them woulda want me drop and buck me toe. But Father don't let me go. Friend them from afar. Yeah.
Before me left the yard, mama pray for me. Before my bed, mother stay hungry. Cause I'm a knife, I'm no trouble to nobody. Heavenly Father clear the way for me. Only my enemies are wait for me. So I'm a knife, left me head back careless. Yo, damage. I'm a knife, be a trouble to nobody. One life, one aim. One dream, one destiny. Be a trouble to nobody. Before me left the yard, mama pray for me. Before my bed, mother stay hungry. Cause I'm a knife, I'm no trouble to nobody. Heavenly Father clear the way for me. Only my enemies are wait for me. So I'm a knife,
Now left me head back here.
What a two of on them a look. Louis Vuitton with the red base. Me spend a couple dead face. Get a fresh pair, man. Now shop fi get seal. Epic and inna me head space exhale. What a two of on them a look. He brother with the D square. Can I preach ears every detail. She said the diamond cross big like D square. What a two of on them a look. You see the king of diamond. When the car shuffle one strap bag it at the wall Louis Vuitton. Duffel belt with a glass buckle cast. Couple can't touch on me and your girl speed off in a fast something. Jordans with the two-tone. Girl I say me tough I must see so bound. Full of beer girl me need 2 phone. Anywhere me cool go. What a two of on them a
laughing. Better than a summer. What's me out the gal I'm with me. Skip when I can be the hammer. Eat the banana. Gal I'm on the money strictly. I wanna be I say them I be sweet. I make you see. Well like what I get them out of family. Get them on your corner.
Outside where? Outside with the dunce dogs with death. We're my dogs from large east and south. Chat too much dog, this easy amount. Everything precise, no doubt. Outside with the dunce dogs with death. Keep it girl inside when the team jump out. Got the whole place locked down. You know, like a chain we gon' link just now. Dog I ride past on a 125. Put it in a 1-2 for a decent blight. Anything is anything, dog. 3, 4, 5, dog. 2015 with 3, 4, 5 to the max. Grow out my hair for your girl, do my locks. Beat my face, beat the place, you relax. And don't talk badness, dog, you're not. Just relax.
Them girl one bad boy with cute face. Lash up head with a few nice ways. Chain pon the neck and pon the waist. Tint up car with 2 loud bass. Them girl love bad boy. Them girl don't want no soft boy. Yeah, real sad Harold. Them girl don't want no egg back.
Wait, is what the girl them want? Saddle pump bikes, on the XR. If I throw a ball in the girl can catch on, got the rats. What Drew really saying top dog?
Yo, Kush, some girl don't really go in for the looks. Some like the hype and like on Facebook. Some people rich, some people got rich. Look, I do it by the books.
I like them sick girl from Guyana. They girl them bad for this. And resisting in Guyana. Like Trini in the place. Bad boy. Them girl don't want no soft boy. Yeah, real sad Harold. Them girl don't want no egg ball. Yeah, she very toxic, this and toxic that. But every night she got me for the toxic. We keep it confidential, my taxi yacht. Sent you home to Shaman and I done with that.
Hey Drew, you sure that you done with that? Yo Ras, you sure that you done with that?
Yo Kush, I swear that I'm done with that.
Well, call the car that we sent you back.
Girl want bad boy. Them girl don't want no soft boy. Yeah, real sad Harold. Them girl don't want no egg ball. Every guy.
When you a say to me party, me have to move anytime the money call me. Move, top down yellow Maserati. Cop a few of them before me 40. Oh, she gon' make another one drop. Anytime we chat is another contract. Sign. Benz pon the wharf and the beam are just clear. My friend them a short is about that one that. Yeah, spliffing I'm out tonight. Both we have gone in the house, you're right. Money nothing on me account tonight. So shh, don't you right. Oh. Bamba my shake in a shot. Champagne glass for the boss. The outfit are nasty no. Me get damn me not even ask. Oh. Bamba my shake in a shot. Champagne glass for the boss. The outfit are nasty no. Girl give it to me and me not even ask.
The girl with it in my mind. Me want all 10,000 times. The girl with it in my mind. You want me heartbeat, you want me lifeline. She want she know me ramad, me no chatters. It matters. Some they really like tapas. Skin a road. Mama girl in a sense she broke out from. And she get it out one. Getting her feelings, one bag of emotion. One come for her daily devotion. Me a go hard, slow song. Yes, I born with the gift, you are the chosen. So you program.
Me come over, make your bad body top. Now left me a bimp and lock. Now I go tell no lie when me get you inside. I go make all your eye roll back. Glad say you came in my life. Make we make sweet love tonight. Wetter than the ocean with the tide. Can't two round and me never have to revive you. Him say baby love, be my love. And that she'd have good comfort. Type of girl why make him come right back. Never get a girl like me. Me say yes my love. Would you love? Give me anything I want, like one-stop shop. Yeah, funds we run like boat pan trap. Come me have good comfort.
Them can't stand with vendetta. The struggle only make you better. Them right we off like a letter, but we still a trendsetter. The pain of the fight, all the hate, all the lies done me. I see me do what me love. Push me another time, never sing another rhyme. Cut me now, you good and I see no blood. Ready up at them pain and heartbreak. Shot me night on my love. All of me life experiences, things when me go through for real,
Bad man out and stunting. Kyle them thick like dumpling. Girl with big jumping. Action ready for the thumping. Fresh like Portland, eh? Juvie just cast at the boat now, eh? Just calculate the total. Now the money make me get antisocial. Man straight like my pants them. Oh Lord, pussy got done the blem. Girl I come cross bring a friend. Oh Lord, and them I feel like for me friend them. Boom boom soon see I pull up the yeng yeng. One things being tongue cheng cheng. We not too chatty big friend. Entourage when you see the text them. We out and bad. Stunting, them gyal say we sweet like pumpkin. True we Kyle them thick like dumpling. Kyle them thick like dumpling. Out and bad, stunting. Them gyal say we sweet like pumpkin. True we Kyle them thick like dumpling. Kyle them thick like dumpling.
Lawless full of belly dog man very bad. Big up bare piece we certified mad. When people are that make me feel glad. When you talk about belly, them don't have any. Talk about belly. My dog's got belly, got belly. My dog's got belly. Walk with it, go sing R. Kelly got belly. My dog's got belly. Broad daylight, we a fly boy jelly got belly. Left the old place Shelly. All of my dogs got belly, yeah. Real belly. Body rotten and smelly. Run up on your fast like my just pop daddy one box. That ring off your celly. Boss boy, let me see the confetti carry feelings. That too damn heavy. We not got a heart so we cool like New York City. Dep on your medi. You're suicidal, shoulda jump off the jetty. The real belly dogs them. We got we education but we not have sense. And if you lock behind your gate, we jump fence. So when they talk about your life does past tense. Get before you blink, no conscience. Couple meet up with your face like conference. Between your sense and your nonsense, nobody you gonna notice your absence. When you talk about belly, them don't have any. Talk about belly, my dogs got belly, got belly. My dogs got belly. Walk with it, go sing R. Kelly got belly. My dogs got belly. Broad daylight, we a fly boy jelly got belly. Left the old place Shelly. All of my dogs got belly.
Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now your patrons. Boasting about name brands. We cost over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one. For the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face it. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it's trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link my wife when me want. Cause when side girl breed up. Child support that lead up. Farming over plastic. Investment over profit. Inheritance for me seeds up. Me alright being mean. Yo, if you are 50 and never make a brings get used. Means you're poor so your kids next to employment you use as a big excuse. You want him grow so him get you. See him 20.
Gotta get represented for the Maad FM.
She's a singer. She's an actress. She's a model. She is a lady on fire.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
A brand new radio show coming to you on Maad 97.5 FM this and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. called Lady on Fire.
Come take your stress away with the music. Increase your knowledge with health tips and listen to lively discussions of trending topics hosted by yours truly, Anne-Marie. Don't you miss it.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
Whether you're building your dream home or an industrial building, Gafours has everything you need for your construction projects. Available are steel rods, high tensile and mild steel, BRC fabric, steel beams and columns, galvanized deckings, steel pipes, ankles and channels. Z&C purlings available in 4, 6 and 8 inches. Corrugated zinc sheets in 6 design profiles. Asphalt roofing shingles, the perfect concrete blocks in 4 and 6 inches. Cement and stone. And to beautify your building, we stock a wide range of paints, machine tinted to match any color. Travel Tex in several
is weird.
9 hours 54 on the clock, and this is where we see our goodbyes, bid you adieu. Happy rest of your Thursday. You can, of course, join us again tomorrow for another edition of the Morning Showcase. I'll be paying, today I'm going to be paying Kevin at Kevin's Reflection a visit today. I'm going to be getting a haircut because I fed up with my hair. I feel like switching it up a little bit. So tomorrow I'll be a whole new person. Please feel free to tune in tomorrow from 7 to 10 for another edition of the Morning Showcase. But before we go, today, you know that song RESPECT, find out what it means to me. It was actually released today. Did you know that Otis Redding wrote that song? Yeah. So Aretha Franklin's release her single Respect, but it don't feel right calling the song Respect. The song name RESPECT, okay? Good. It was written by Otis Redding and it became Billboard Song of the Year in 1967. The point is the song was released today. So there's a great conversation starter for you. Okay, so stay tuned in to Mad 97.5 FM today. We have the Girl Power coming up with Melissa Davey immediately after this show. One more thing before I go. Today is actually International Dance Day. Did you know? Yeah, it's International Day of Dance. It's a global celebration of dance created by the Dance Committee of the International Theatre Institute, the main partner for performing arts of UNESCO. And the event takes place every year on the 29th of April, which is the anniversary of the birth of Jean Jorge Nouvier, the creator of modern ballet. And the day strives to encourage participation and education in dance through events and festivals on the date all over the world. UNESCO formally recognized ITI, which is International Theatre Institute, to be the creators and organizers of the event. Yeah. So that's it. Today's is International Dance Day. For the dancers out there, the folks who participate in classical dancing or ballet or just any other art form, any other dance form. Good morning to you guys and happy International Dance Day to the dance committees, the various dance committees that we have in Guyana. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy along the roadways. Ensure that you stay safe on the outside, on the inside, everywhere you go. Just aim to be safe and be kind. And please be kind, of course, to the animals you might meet. Remember, of course, if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.
DJ Copy Radio.
Life in a game anymore. No trust, no love, no job as well. Sex, what? Yeah, me tired of games coming to eat. So much paper left for what's to be there. When me finger like a form and they want come back. Cause them man up and they want comfort. So many friends switch. Now for me poor, no me rich. Only John know me secret. So no man can reveal it. No just no love, no just no love. Times have changed, girl, me a gold now. Me extra, my head. Too much friends hold out. Too much friends hold out. All because of the fame. No just no love. No just no love. Sex, yeah. Friend and enemy play the same role. So much man out the road love the same girl. What? Do a survey, check the ratio, how much friends from my lane low. Keep a safe distance from envy. So much people do envy. Never want me rice blood for enemy. Listen to the message me send. No just no love, no just no love. Times have changed, girl, me a gold now. Me excited, come my head, too much friends hold out. All because of the fame. No just no love, no just no love. Sex. Yeah, me tired of games coming to eating. So much paper left for what's to be there. Now me finger like a form and they want come back. Cause the man up and they want comfort. So many friends switch. Now for me poor, no me rich. Only John know me secret. So no man can reveal it. No just no love, no just no love. Time Times have changed, girl, me heart cold now. Me ex tired, too much friends so low. All because of the fame, no just no love. No just no love. Yeah. All I get a great like a baby. Let's hop in my Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati. I said hop in my Maserati. Hop in my Maserati. Girl, I wanna see you go down. Yeah. Say me, I love the way you bend body. Hop in my Maserati. Baby, hop in my Maserati. And I just wanna see you right. Somebody needs somebody. My body, my body. I'm gonna check my follow you. Somebody needs somebody. My body, my body. I'm gonna check my follow you. Would somebody tell Shawty what to call me? Show me. I Mr. Keep it on 100. Yeah, I'm ready.
You're listening to the new generation radio, Maad 97 FM, broadcasting from Georgetown, Guyana, in the highest quality.